Hmm. Hello, everyone. Like I said, I didn't leave YouTube. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. How are you all tonight? Y'all all right? Hello, out there. How are you? I hope y'all are all right. So I wonder how I'm faring on the Fuck Twitch little game of calling people fuckwits or fuck twits, I should say. Biggest fuck twit on the internet. But that's all right. I'll probably get to round three by the time it's all over without anybody ever even trying to fight and putting anybody up against me. I'll probably make the finals without anybody put up against me. Poor Shiva. Not. He's the one who said the words, not me. Poor Shiva. Hey, Stevie Mayo, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Have you been having a good evening, Steve? Hope so. Hi, sister. You asshole. You know better than that, bro. Oh, crack me up. Good, 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 man. I've been pretty good too. As I said before, if y'all would have watched the beginning of my last one when it said I was quitting YouTube, y'all didn't get a chance to. Okay, Stevie, what's up, man? I see you. How you been, man?
Hi, good to see you. I miss you. I haven't seen you around too much lately.
Hey, Myron. Well, I've been over at Dirty Mike's. I've been over with Myron and all that a lot. How's Myron doing today? I know how
Hey,
Myron
Myron.
is
Hey,
today.
Myron. Love you, brother.
How's it going, Stevie?
I, I, uh, I've been over at another person's name, Salty Grants. Let's see here. I've done a few of my lives, but uh, my lives work for some of the people uh, that know me as a more calmer person. Because I
Mhm.
wasn't so calm on those, and I was calling people out for what I thought they were. So, and they didn't like
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
that happens. That happens. I do that. Today I'm a little spicy. I kind of did that over on another channel, and everybody jumped on me. I'm like, "Fuck you guys!" And
yeah.
you know,
Well, I love it when they start jumping on me. So because then I just get as stupid as them. You know, sometimes
yeah,
it's good for you. Sometimes it's good for you just let it all out.
yeah. they had some troll saying, "What's this panel about? What are we talking about? What are we gonna learn about? What are we something?" And everyone else is just like ignoring them.
Yeah,
And I'm like, "Well, you don't come here to learn. We come here to, I don't know. There's people talking shit about other people, and that's what it is. And if you want science or medical or something else, you go to something else. But don't
right.
don't come here. Don't come here and bitch about you not learning something.
You're learning something. You're
Yeah.
learning if you should like someone or not like them.
Yeah.
But you're learning. You also got the choice to either not like them or like them. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, there's a lot you're learning.
Yeah.
It's just some of these simple-minded people don't understand that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Well, they were complaining about not learning, and I'm like, well, I'm sitting here learning, but I'm not learning about a lot of things, but I'm learning some things.
Yeah,
That's all right.
I bet you Myron even believes that he learns something new every day, don't you, Myron?
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
you do. Yeah, you do.
they struck by lightning, hun.
If I do, I can't remember it.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to remember it. Just learn it and go to sleep
Yep,
after.
that's it.
And some of it'll sink in, right? And
You made
tomorrow
it.
you're smarter than you were yesterday. That's all that counts.
Hey,
No,
you learned you. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing you did when you woke up. You learned you lived to be another day older.
Yep. Ain't pushing up daisies yet. That means it's a good day.
Yeah. To me, that's a good day at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
my
Hey,
mom.
Myron, you look a little down, Myron.
No, I'm okay.
You okay? All right.
He just wasn't looking forward to trying to getting up out of the chair at that point. I don't think.
Mm. I seen a frowny face, but
Yep.
yeah, it could have been something else that he was thinking about.
Yeah, he's sore all the time, man. And I
Yeah.
know how this leg and shit's killing me all the time. So I can just imagine how he
Yeah.
is with his whole body hurting. You know.
Yeah. Getting old is not for the feeble or the weak.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it's a tough fucking road.
Yes, it is.
It is, and it hurts.
You're in
It hurts.
Maryland now, huh? Struck
It
by
hurts a lot.
lightning.
You're a
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And you don't heal like you used to. When you
Yeah.
hurt
Everything
yourself.
takes forever.
Yep. I mean, with
Yeah.
the way I hurt my leg this time, if I was in my 20s, it'd been fine and I'd been all right. And it's still bothering me.
Yeah. My dad, he's 85, and he set up a whole gym in his house, right? He thinks, oh, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder again. I'm like, no, 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 no. You passed that time, you passed that. But he did it and did it for 3 hours a day, and then now he has all these problems with his hands from holding on to the stuff
Right?
and trying to gain muscle. And he didn't gain any. At 85, you don't get to gain muscle. You just don't.
I don't
No
know.
matter what you
One
do.
of the strongest men I ever met was a damn Amish man that was 85 years old. And all he did all his life was fucking run a portable sawmill. That's all he
Yeah,
did all his life. And that
and
son of
he'd
a
kick
bitch,
your ass. He could
that
grab you and throw
motherfucker,
you upside down and kick your ass.
yeah, if that motherfucker ever grabbed you, you were hurt. I guarantee
Oh
you, he
yeah,
twitched you into a pretzel in about 3 seconds.
yeah. But you can't start at 85. You have to work your. You could end up being 85 at
Yeah.
that.
Like I said, all his life, that's all he did was run that damn portable
Yeah,
sawmill. He started out working with his dad, and then he freaking took it over, and then just ran it by himself pretty much for the
yeah.
rest of his life. You know.
You're moving 50-pound slabs of wood, throwing them around like they're nothing.
Yep. Oh
That's
hell,
no way.
he get
50
trees
pounds.
that were 4 or 5 foot around and roll them. You know the log rollers. He
Oh
took
yeah,
he hooked 2 of them within arm reach and roll that motherfucker right onto the damn thing.
They're called
Mm.
cat hooks.
Yeah, the catch hooks. That's it. That's it. Yep. I
Yeah.
knew I couldn't think of them right quick. All I thought of was log rolling real quick. But you knew what I was talking about when I said it.
Yeah, I like Myron always has the name for stuff because we're
Yeah.
like, you know those things that do this thing? And Myron's like, oh yeah, that's
It was
this.
kicking our ass today. We were all on Dirty Mike, and Dirty Mike was doing some TV trivia, and he was kicking everybody's ass over there on that TV trivia.
Yeah. I wish I was there. I don't watch much TV, but if it was like 90s TV or something, I'd be all right. But
Well, that's what he was doing from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and a little bit
oh,
2000s.
oh hell yeah, I'd do good at that
Yep,
if it was back then.
yep. Hey, Myron was just kicking all our asses over there. I think he answered most of them, the majority of them. So he's good at that shit.
Friendly game. Nobody was keeping score.
No, no,
Yeah,
it was
points
fun.
don't count. Everybody has a good time. That's what counts.
Yeah, that's what it was. We were having a great time over there. It was a
Yeah,
good time at Mike's today, Dirty Mike's today. Really was. Real good time. But most of the time it is, you know. Try to have
yeah.
fun and we joke
I
and
love
laugh.
getting on Dirty Mike's. He cracks me up. He's a little saucy, which I like. You know,
Uh,
it's like we're not there to learn everything. We're there to have a good time and hang out, and that's what that is. And
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine.
struck by lightning, Teresa V. She said, my dad is 87 and walks a mile a day. That's awesome.
Hmm.
My dad's 85 and he walks about 6 miles a day. And
I'm
then that's after he goes and like chips rocks in the yard and
My
tears
uncle,
out a tree and does
my
something,
uncle,
and then they take the dog on a 3 mile walk, and then
my uncle before he passed away, and he passed away by getting hit head on by a damn logging truck. Okay, in his
yeah,
car. But hey, Desert Goat. The he sat there. He sat there and would work rings around most young men. Okay, very few young men could even keep up with my uncle. And that son bitch, his idea, I'll never forget it. I just had my thumb cut off my hand from a snake bite. I was 21 years old. Okay,
uh-huh.
and just got out of the hospital. Only been out of the hospital like 2 days. Right? Hey, Big Red Ogre. Been out of the hospital for like 2 days from it. Right? And I'm sitting there, I'm feeling sorry for myself. You know, you lose an appendage, you get that, you start getting a depressed thing going on. You know, what's up? What's funny, Myron?
Well, you couldn't suck your thumb anymore.
Nope, nope. But by God, I should have been the way I was acting when my uncle came there and got me out of that house. He says, "All right, boy, load up in that fucking truck. We're going to work today." I said, "I just lost my car, man." You know. He said, "Boy, I'm gonna put my boot in your ass if you don't get in that fucking truck. Now get in that truck." I'm like,
There you
"Yes, sir." And I walked out to the truck, got in the truck, and what he did is he fucking put me on a goddamn wood splitter with him, right? And I was rolling these big, huge, fucking almost 5 foot round and about 3.5, 4 foot thick pieces of pine, wet pine, down the
Yeah,
hill.
heavy as fuck.
Yeah, heavy shit. You ain't kidding.
Heavy as
And
fuck.
then lifting that up and putting it on the splitter while he was splitting it. And then once he split it, he'd throw it up into the fucking trailer, right?
Yeah,
Well, we did that for about 3.5 hours, and I tell you, I was feeling like hell. You know, after a snake bite, you already feel like hell. Hardly any time to recover from it. You really feel like hell. Hey, Betsy Peeler, how are you, hon? Yes, I did. I sure did have a nice nap. Sure did. And so you're really feeling like hell. You know, it was hot out and everything else. I looked at him. I said, "Can we take a break?" He goes, "Yep." Sure can. And he turned around and grabbed his glass of iced tea that he had sitting on the tailgate of the truck. He lifts up the cup, takes a good couple of swallows, slams it back down on the tailgate. He said, "Okay, break's over."
Right over. You're
Yeah,
like
and
running
that's the
for a
way he was.
cigarette or something.
That's what he did. He was always that way, man. You work 8 hours a day, and then you take your break.
Yeah.
If you need a drink, get enough to drink to make it to the end of the 8 hours. Don't fuck around, no playing around. That's the way he was.
Yep. That's a hard day's work. I've done lots
Yep.
of those. Lots and lots of those.
And I was one of the very few people that he would brag up that said it could keep up with him. And I don't know very many people that could keep up with my uncle. Especially kids today, younger people today. There are very, very few and far between today that can.
Oh yeah.
Their
Yeah,
idea of a hard
they don't
work
know
is
about that. They don't know about work.
yeah, their idea of hard work was, oh my God, I sat 5 hours instead of 4 at my damn desk and typed. I got a headache now. You know.
Yeah. Got carpal tunnel syndrome in my
Yeah.
wrist. I need some medical care for that.
Yeah, my freaking hemorrhoids started sticking out my butthole. I needed to push it back in and put some preparation H on it. You know, that type of shit. That's their idea of a hard day today, you know.
Yeah.
And that type of work ethic that my uncle instilled in me like that, because my uncle was like my dad instead of my uncle. Okay. And he instilled that work ethic in me. Even today, I could still get a good reference for any business that I've worked for.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know where I got my work ethic from. It just came out of nowhere because I don't know. I didn't get it from my parents. I mean, they worked pretty hard, but my dad was like a fireman. He just at the fire station. He was there all the time. But I got this work ethic that won't stop.
Let me set one of my. I want to set one of my mods to mind at ease because she don't know y'all. And Stevie Mayo is a great person. I met him over there on NNEs, but he's a great person, awesome dude. He's one of the real cool people. Myron, he's a crusty old man that'll tell you how it is, but he's a good guy at it. I love him to death. So there you go. They're both good people, so you know, Betsy.
Yeah, I'm just like Alice. I'm neutral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I've been wondering, Myron, is I never knew what you did for a living when you were working in.
Well, when I was.
Because you know what? You're smart as fuck, and you know a lot of things. And things come up, and you got the right answer almost every time.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, like a machinist would be my guess. But
well, from time I was 12 till the time I was 18, I was a farmhand.
Yeah.
And I also worked for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days fucking on a seismic rig. Was a track seismic rig. And that's taking 80, 90-pound pipes and fucking lifting them up. 6 or 7 of them, you put them all on, and you drill a hole, and then you got to lift them all off and put them back in the rack. It's 80, 90 pounds for each pipe, 8 pipes per hole. And I did that at 16.
But where'd you get your smarts at? You got lots of smarts. Where'd you get that at?
When I was grade 9, I took an aptitude test, and I could have been a surgeon or a forest ranger or something to do in the forestry.
Well, I was in Game and Fish, and I could have gone to the forestry when I quit Game and Fish. They wanted me.
And I was in the top 10 of all of Alberta that one year in grade 9 for, what were they called? There was some kind of test, and all of the grade 9s in Alberta had to take the same fucking test. And, well, it was math and English and whatever the fucking things were. And I had a 45% in math, but over the 5 courses, I had an 81% average.
There you go.
There you go.
Wait, so you didn't learn it from your work. You just learned it because you paid attention, right?
Because he was observant.
Yeah.
Watch things, yeah.
If you just pay attention in life, you can get really smart.
Yeah. I don't know what to call it.
And you
Smart.
can know people, and you can know things, and you can know animals, and you can know lots of things just from observing, just paying attention.
You
It's
know
like
what? One of the smartest people I ever met, as far as when it came to, hold on, let me get Betsy up here. Hey, Betsy, hon. One of the smartest people when it came to animals and hunting and anything I ever met spent most of his time out in the woods or on a riverbank or whatever, and I can tell you what, he could outfish most people, he could out hunt most people, he knew where a bear would be going if it started walking towards him. He knew how to stop that bear from coming towards him. He knew how to freaking he knew where that bear would be going, so he did not have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
All sorts of different shit. That motherfucker was, but like he said, he took the time to learn that. He took the time to acknowledge that it existed and that was something he wanted to learn beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. Hey, Betsy.
Hello, Mayo, Myron,
I got huge respect for you.
and hello, Big
I'm
Red.
happy to be on panel. I think this is probably the first time I'm on the same panel as you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I
cool.
don't know. I don't remember. My
No.
memory.
Betsy she is my second oldest mod in my channel as far as mods go. She's always been there. She's a good person and a very sweetheart person, and she'll tell you
Aw.
how it is. But what I love about her too, if she don't like what you're doing, she'll tell you how it is, and she'll leave it. She'll say her piece, and then leave it at that. And if you want to listen to her, you listen to her. If not, well, you fucked up more than likely, because if she's got something to say and not listening to it, you're fucked
Exactly.
up.
Exactly.
I just try to be upfront, that's all.
Well, I love you to death, Betsy. You know I
Aw,
do.
thank you, Tammy.
She's also the one that did my banner for my channel, by the way.
Yeah, her artwork is phenomenal. I love it. It's
I did
top
another one, but I thought you were
Fucking good.
gone, so I gave it away, and I'm sad about that.
It's okay, Betsy. You'll think of another one for me, and I'm sure it'll be just as good or better than the one I have right now.
Yeah. All you gotta do is just tell me what you want, and I'll figure it out. But you can
Right.
send me an email, whatever.
All right, Betsy.
Okie dokie.
I'll do that.
So, Betsy,
yeah.
are you over in the UK?
No.
You've heard
I'm
of
in the
Spitting
US.
Cobra Cop Watch, right?
Oh, I thought I heard an English accent. I'm sorry.
Hey, Mayo, Stevie.
Yeah?
You've heard of Spitting Cobra, right?
Yeah.
That's his sister.
Okay. Oh, I
Yeah.
love his avatar. His new avatar he just got. Really
Yeah, I
cool.
did that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's how I ended up in this community via my brother, which I want to slap in the face sometimes for that.
For dragging you in here? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Yeah. We all have that.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we light our hair on fire. Sometimes we just smoke a joint. Sorry. That was a
Because the
little poke at
important
my-
thing is
That was
anybody
a
ever-
friendly poke for my-
Mayo Myron wouldn't do that.
the
No,
thing
that was
is,
a
would
friend-
anybody throw water on it?
That was a friendly poke for my brother.
I washed it today, so it's all nice and neat. Why would I burn it?
There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, that was just the hair trimming for Myron.
Yeah, that's like the COVID haircut, you know?
Yeah. I think your dog just fell off the back of the chair.
It did.
Aw.
That was so funny.
He
I
bailed off
watched
the
it.
back.
It stood up and then lost its balance, and its tail went around like a little propeller trying to pick it up before it fell.
It'd been cool if he took off like a helicopter.
Yeah, what a-
I had a pillow back there for him to fall on.
oh,
'Cause that's the fourth time this fucking week, I think.
damn.
Well, no, it's what is it? It's the second time this week because it's only Monday.
Oh, wow.
Hey guys, I got like something I got to do for like a minute or two. I'll be right back.
All right,
Okay.
Stevie. No problem, man. But yeah, oh man. Well, I guess they don't. I guess the people that were here the other night, Betsy, don't like these calm ones from me, do they? But I don't care. I'm enjoying myself tonight.
There you go. That's all that matters, right?
I agree. So,
Is there a specific topic we're heading toward, or just whatever happens?
whatever happens right now, Betsy. It's
There
gonna
you
be.
go.
It looks like it's gonna be a nice, calm one tonight. You know, I got Stevie up here. I got Myron up here. It's nice, quiet.
Yeah, and I like meeting new people, so that's cool.
Well, you're meeting two of the nicest people I've met on the internet.
Well, you know I trust your judgment.
Mhm.
This is not the first time I've been on your channel, Tammy. So
No,
Well,
it's not the first time, Myron, but this is the first time with Betsy. I think.
Yeah.
I'm glad you get to meet him. Like I said, Myron's a good guy. He's smart as hell. But you piss him off, he'll let you know what he thinks.
Well, see, I like people like that. That way you don't have to guess. They just tell you up front.
Yep, that's what I like about Myron too. No
Yep.
pussyfooting, you know where he stands immediately.
Yep. And my avatar says it all. I really believe in that, so I try to strive for that.
And she does, like I said before, she has disagreed with me on subjects, and she just like you, Myron. This is how I think, motherfucker. If you don't like it, tough. He keeps it real.
Yep, it's important nowadays.
You're correct. You're correct.
yeah.
I just met another cop watcher. He's just starting out. Eminem audits.
Yep.
He's
He
there
was
in
just,
he's there in Phoenix.
Mhm.
There's so many. I'm meeting
Yeah, he was
so
just
many.
he was just over on Dirty Mike's panel with us
Oh.
just a little bit ago.
Okay, I'm gonna try to, like when I'm in SGVs and them, I'm gonna try to post his link to get him to his 1,000, because you know how I feel about Arizona cop watchers,
Yeah,
And there's
if
like
you
a,
Betsy, you can anybody you feel as though needs to be promoted, you can use my channel as well to promote.
yeah,
them as well.
I'll post his link here in a minute. But
And I like Eminem. He's always been cool. Every
Yeah.
time I seen him in chat, and then tonight, he said tonight was the first time he went live on someone's panel, and that was over 30 mics. And he seemed to be really cool there too. So promotion.
yeah, you know how I feel about Arizona cop watchers. So there's so many of them. I kind of wish they would all get together. You know, like just like a handful or dozen or more. Or,
Well,
I
they
don't know.
kind of
There's
do
a whole
that.
bunch.
They kind of do that. It's kind of by region. It's kind of like the California crew, and then the Florida crew, and then the Northeast
Yeah,
crew.
but I wish
and
they would
stuff.
all get together a bit more. I mean, there's some, there's that go out together, one or two, but it'd be so cool to get them all together as a group. I don't want, you know how I feel about auditing. I don't like Cobra. We've already had that talk, and I don't, auditing is out of the question for him because 100% of auditors go to jail. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, but yeah, it'd be cool if all of them got together and did a cop watch, to show
Yeah,
unity.
and then there's like Al SoCal. Al SoCal, I don't think he's ever going to go to jail.
Ah,
I don't know if he wants him at all. But he's like the coolest guy. All the cops know him because he just
Yeah.
stays in his city. He doesn't really
I
travel.
know.
They got used to him, and
But sometimes it doesn't depend on the cops. A lot of times it's the freaking civilians, the regular people that fuck with them, and they end up going to jail over some bullshit or some lie. Some damn bystander just wanted to fuck with them, and they end up going to jail over some bullshit.
Yeah, I went to Walmart. I went to Walmart with my kid, and then as we're leaving,
Pandora.
there's like some cop messing with somebody because in Walmart they like people hang out in the parking lot and kind of camp there and stuff. And then they were gonna kick him out, and we go driving by, and my kid's got his phone out, and he's like filming, as we drive by, and the cop like puts his hands up and starts walking towards us, and I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Hello,
Hey,
Pandora.
Hey, Betsy. How you doing?
Good. Good to see you here.
Hey,
Always.
Pandora.
Hi, Mayo. Oh, sorry. Mao. I don't know how to say it.
It's
Mao.
Mayo, but everybody calls him Mao, Mao, Mao,
Mao.
Mao, Mao.
You can just don't call me late for dinner. You can call me anything you want.
Okay. Sounds good.
But yeah,
News Now
actually,
Canuck, so Myron, there's you another fellow Canadian there, y'all. And News Now Canuck, I call him the sexy god of the North. That's been a long.
It seems like I heard of you, Stevie. I've heard your name before.
Yeah.
I don't
I make
remember
lots
where.
of avatars. I make lots of avatars and banners for people, and sometimes I get on panels, and sometimes I'm drunk, and
Well,
That's
there
what
we
Mal-
are. I mean, we got that in common. Cool.
that's where
And
Mal
some-
comes from.
He wants.
Have
Mal-
your-
I'm still waiting on you to do that. That
Even
thumbnail
before
for me.
you, Tammy, I asked a long time ago for an avatar.
You
And a
did. I still got your emails. I still see them. I'm like, I don't know what to make for you, Pandora. I really don't know what to make. You gotta give
Something
me
like,
a hint.
like
The one you
something-
have is really cool. I like
Yeah. I stole it though.
it.
I usually
Yeah.
just ask them what their favorite colors are, what their favorite characters are. I mean, what do they like? Flowers? Do they like just shapes or, stuff like that?
I want like
Yeah.
a small box with smoke coming out of it, and then Pandora's press box in the smoke. Something kind of cool.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
See, there you go. There you go. That's what I need.
Stevie,
That's all I need is someone to tell me what they want.
if you want to make my thumbnail, find a sea trout, do something with that.
Find a what?
A
Sea
picture
trout.
of a sea trout.
Sea trout?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a
just
fish?
a mermaid.
Yeah, it's a fish. It's a fish.
Oh, yeah, a mermaid. Okay.
Or a merman,
There you
No,
go.
I'd rather have the mermaid if I'm going to have to look at it all.
Aw. Give you a merman in a tutu.
with his shirt on and his hair all wild, you know?
Because I've had a couple auditors that I've worked with, and some are easy because when I first started, I was just kind of watching. I wasn't really involved. And so I just look at people with horrible avatars and make them something better. That's how I kind of started. But I've been doing Photoshop for 20 years, but
See, I did mine
I,
off of,
I would just try to make them something better. And then, but there's been a couple people who really fucked with me where I'm like, well, tell me what you want. And they're like, I want a triangle with the eye in the middle and this. And their name was way too long. And they're like, fit my name on there. And I tried to fit it. And they're like, I don't like that. And, and then they give up on me after like 3 weeks of sending them stuff and working on it daily.
I'm more abstract. I do lines and shapes, and that's what I like. And I'm on the darker side. I don't like the bright. So I'm like dark abstract. That's me. Now Tammy's, that was more custom. I was going for too tacky, and he liked it. So, but that's where I tend to go toward the abstract, dark.
Yeah.
I've been noticed too, Tammy, by a lot of the older people here for almost going on about 6-7 years.
The Angry Ginger, huh? A good one, Big Red.
yeah, so for like a banner, have a box with smoke and then the words Pandora press box looking smokish, I guess you
I
could
can
say.
do that. I can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Betty
Yeah.
can do it too, but I can do it.
Then YouTube does the most
good with
fucked
smoke.
up size, because you have to, when you make
Oh,
a
yeah.
YouTube banner, you have to make it
Yeah.
in like 3 sizes in one.
Yeah.
So you have to
Yep,
focus
yep.
your main focus has to be the section in the middle,
Right.
because that's
that
what
everybody
shows
can
up
see.
on all of them.
yeah.
Yeah. And then if you have a
So-
tablet, you see more, and then a PC is something different.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
if you
yeah.
have a TV, then it's like super tall and
So it's
a
like
little bit-
2560 by 1440, but like I
yeah.
said, you have to put most of the art like right in the middle, because that's where you can see
Yeah.
the middle on your phone,
Yeah. And then-
laptop, and PC.
Yeah. But for like TV, I just leave that black because I don't know who watches
Oh,
YouTube
I
on
don't.
the
I do
TV,
the.
but-
I no.
Oh,
You gotta do
forget
the
it.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't had any complaints.
Yeah, I know, but
I go to a place called Ad Text, like where people make memes and stuff. Like I go to that site and that's where I made this.
I'll be right back, guys.
So Pandora, what I see is it looks like a fish tank with a laser going through it.
Yeah, it's a box with smoke coming out of it. Like the Pandora's box is opening and there's a glow and smoke.
Oh, I see it now. I see it now. I see the top now.
Yeah, it's a box. Pandora's
Yeah.
box.
I see it. I see it now. I see it. Before I
Yeah.
thought it was a fish tank. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
That's just
Pandora's
what I saw.
box.
I don't know.
Because my
I helped you a
original
little with the name.
Just Pandora. So
I remember when you made the name and we like voted and came
We
up
all-
with you.
yeah, we all voted on what name.
it's a
Yeah.
good name. Yeah. I got a whole bunch of pre-made banners. I gotta figure. I might do a video and put all the pre-made, because I got quite a few pre-made, and I might just show them, and then if anybody wants them, I could
Well, yeah.
custom the name and stuff. So yeah, I'll get them all together. I probably got, oh my god, I'm thinking maybe 15 pre-made. Yeah, that's what I might do a video and just show them all, and
Yeah.
if
that'd be
anybody
nice.
wants one, I'll put like 1, 2, 3.
I only
Yeah.
have one video on my channel, and that was like the first 40 or so avatars I made. And I went after the big fish at first.
You know,
I went
that might be where I remember you from. I might have seen one of them. I might have seen that one.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I need to
My
make another one
memories.
because I've made another 40 or 50 since then.
Oh,
Guess
it's
what
a
I-
cool thing my son put on my computer for me to fuck with, Jen. Wow. To get a gerbil or what does Big Red call me? Chipmunk. Whatever.
Chipmunk. That's
Yeah.
because your voice. That's because your voice is like squeaky and chipmunky.
I like it. I love
Yeah, my son put this thing on there, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
Guess what I just found under my bed? Vodka.
Uh-oh. Vodka?
Oh goodness.
My God. There's always spiders under my bed.
And there's also a bottle
I
of
wish there
wine.
was vodka or beer or something.
A bottle of wine.
Yeah, I have a
Mm.
bottle of wine under my bed.
Oh wow.
I got like
have-
old shoes and power
'Cause I'm
tools and spiders.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Sorry.
If I leave booze out, my sons drink it all, so I'll hide it and then I'll forget about it because I'm old, So
That's what we do.
I'll find it later. I found money later, like $100 bill I had hidden, and I'm
Oh
like,
wow. Well, there you go.
I know. I hide it from my kids.
And you
good.
probably find it when you need it the most.
Yes. Well, like my kids are bugging me for smoke, and I'm digging through my drawers looking for something else. I'm like, oh, here's some. Wow, that's got to be old. Here you go, guys. Take it. No, I hide stuff everywhere, and then I forget where it is.
I need to start doing that.
See, with me, like my
I hide it
kitchen.
in the fridge and then I find it.
There you go.
I need to hide it where I don't find it.
Put it in the vegetable drawer. No one will find it there.
I'm back to. Sorry if you had to wait. Sorry if you had to wait a long time, Myron. I went to go get some water. So
Myron.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Oh, left by accident.
No, but my
people can
kitchen,
pass away in this basement.
the sex dungeon,
I love it.
as I call it, the sex dungeon.
I did well.
Everything in my kitchen has to stay exactly how it is. If kids are putting
Big
stuff
red.
away in the wrong place, drives me insane.
Well, yeah, because you can't fucking find it there.
Oh, my memory is so bad.
Eh?
I need to know where everything is.
Hey, Betsy, you see what Jim Well wrote you?
Yeah, I explained it.
Oh,
It's a
okay, I
new
didn't
thing.
know you did.
I told her it's a new thing my son put on here.
Yeah, you really had Big Red Ogre fucked
Holy
up the
fuck.
other night when he was fucked up.
Yeah,
What are you like on helium, Betsy?
I think I have a sitting for that. Hold on a minute.
I think it's
Yeah, let's
higher
see.
than ears can hear. I think only dogs can hear it.
Let me see. Hold on a minute. Where is it? Okay, how's that?
No!
No?
Go back,
Is
go
that
back,
worse?
go back, go back.
Okay.
Made me spit my drink.
Sing happy birthday to me in that voice.
Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Let me do that for
Oh,
you.
geez.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Here we
that's
go. Happy birthday to you.
There
Happy
we
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pandora Press Box.
Aw.
Happy birthday to you. There you go. I'll read that.
I'm going to save that forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy cow, that was some funny sounding
Oh,
shit right
yeah.
there.
I aim to please.
I love it. Thank you. But
You're
it's not
welcome.
like another one more month. It's not for one more month.
Oh, okay, so I'll come back in a month.
July 8th.
And
Big Red Ogre said,
Myron's dog just ran away.
Oh, you
He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
"Hey, just stood behind his daddy."
Oh, jeez.
Lord.
Myron's like, I can't relax without my dog pillow.
he's behind me now.
Oh, you got dog cushion, back brace.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll sit on that dog. It's funny as hell. And then that dog get up and like looks up real quick, like, oh fuck, it runs. It's funny as hell. That all fuck look, it's hilarious on that dog's face, man.
I love his dog. So cute.
Yeah, it looks a lot like my dog, but my dog has like brown spots. But other than that, it looks the same.
Okay, I posted Eminem Audit's link. If anybody who's not subbed could do that, so he can get his 1,000.
I subbed him. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were in
well,
his
they
live
got 'em.
stream, Pandora. I was there.
subbed him. Yeah.
Oh, it's a frog. It's a frog. What's up, frog?
The Kermit,
His
smoking Kermit.
That's the salty
I
red,
adore you,
guys.
Big Red.
Hey,
You make
so-
me smile so much. Thank you.
Oh, Salty. Hey,
Hello,
Salty.
Salty.
I'm just
Are you
changing the
not
settings.
talking salty?
I'm just changing the settings on my audio so I don't echo. I don't have my Bluetooth headphones in.
Oh, okay.
Can't hear you. You're echoing too much.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody else back me up for fuck's sakes.
What? I heard him. Sorry.
Yep, getting ready to go to work. Freshly showered, still naked. Ladies, in case you want to know that.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh, porn bomb. Watch out.
Porn bomb. Turn on the camera when you get a towel on.
I won't porn bomb Tammy.
There we go.
Dang it. Now I'm going to have to do it one day.
You just don't want people to point and laugh, Salty.
I
Right.
will immediately, if you porn bomb my channel, Pandora, I'm going to immediately put it on private, and it'll never leave my private. It may be watched a few times. Just say it.
Jeez.
Wow, I thought my cat was huge. 30 pounds. Oof.
That's a lot of pussy. God damn.
Yeah, 30-pound pussy's quite big.
Yeah, 30 pounds of pussy's a little too much for me, I think.
Ah,
And he's
I like-
still got rings.
It's all good.
His name is Dick.
guess what my cat's name is? Cat. I ain't lying. We named her Cat because, you know, why not?
You remember that
There you go,
commercial with the commercial with the cat that they called Morris on it all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had one. I had a cat that looked just like fucking Morris when I was a kid, and he was 22 pounds. The third time we took him to the vet.
That's a
I
lot.
wish I miss
There's
having.
Eminem.
There you go. I miss having my cat in here because she used to lay on me, but she chews my fucking oxygen tubing, and I don't know why. I've tried everything.
Oh, it's because it's plastic. Cats go nuts over plastic tubing. I don't know what it is. The smell of plastic they love.
I always thought she wanted the oxygen out of it or something, but I can't keep her off of it.
She
She's
just wants-
eating. Ugh.
By the way, Betsy Peeler, Eminem Audits just came into the chat.
Yeah, I saw him. I
Eminem.
posted a link, Eminem.
Eminem, you are being promoted on this channel, and Betsy's making sure that she's putting that out there. She's talked you
Yep.
up, and things like that. So
Who's being
keep up the
promoted,
good
Tammy?
work. What's that, Salty?
Eminem Audits. He's in
he's-
Arizona, where he's in the part where my brother is in Phoenix.
Same Eminem from Michigan, is it?
No,
No, he's in Arizona.
he's an Arizona guy, not Michigan Mister.
Okay.
Hey, believe me, I saw him today on Dirty Mike's panel. It's not the same dude.
I just had to check. I was like, somebody lost their fucking mind if it was. I was like, what?
Big Red.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, Eminem is a 30-pound cat, and he still has lots of leg. You would think that something that was really fat wouldn't have any legs at all to walk on, but
Oh, my allergies.
that's more muscular. So he's got legs.
His legs have to be muscular so he can move himself around.
Mhm. And believe me, Eminem, Betsy goes to a lot of different places, so you're gonna get your name out there.
Oh, I go to everyone's live stream that shows up, especially in the middle of the night because I don't sleep.
Even though I find it quite fucking annoying, because I was in STVs a while back. I was promoting yours and Salty's thing, and there's like fucking 900 and some people in there. And I'm like posting the shit out of y'all because I want you guys to get your, to 1,000. So I'm like all excited because I posted the shit out of it. So I'm like, hey, Salty, how many did you get? And he got like fucking 5. And I'm like, are you serious?
It's hard sometimes. I don't know what it is.
Well, the chat, it gets to moving so damn fast when there's like 900 plus people in there.
Well,
They
I
have
can tell
a-
you now. I can tell you
chat.
now. When you posted me over there, I got about 30.
Yeah, I'll do it next time because I really want you guys to get to your 1,000. You're so close.
Yeah, I'm at like 128 or 129.
I have never posted my link ever, and I'm just a little over 500, but I don't ever post my own link.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
start
but
posting
people know you
yours.
and love you.
No, I don't care. I'd rather people who matter get it. I'd rather they get their subs. So,
Like I
but
said,
yeah,
people,
next time.
people
time
know
we
you
go-
and love you, though, Betsy.
Yeah, people who need to go live, they need 1,000. You know?
Yeah, they do, and that's one thing that I'm passionate about. Because you guys, you need to be able to go live.
That's what
So
I
you
want to
know-
do. Doing live.
So thanks to you, Betsy, I've got over 906. When you started posting me over there, I was at 859.
Yeah, I know, but still, you should have done. But I don't know. Like I said, the chat gets going so fast, and they get involved in.
Yeah.
So
That's
you would
another,
think it'd be easy, but
that's
It's
another
hard.
one that needs it. If you don't mind doing it, Betsy, is Dirty Mike.
Yeah.
Okay,
try
yeah.
to help him get some subs too.
Yeah, watch them. I got a file I keep on my desktop that has all their channel links.
Mhm.
So I just open it up and start posting. But yeah,
But I like Dirty Mike. I've been in it. I've been over at his channel now, going on almost a month now. He's really cool. He's got a lot of fun panels. Good guy.
Yeah,
He
we
ain't
love
never
Dirty
treated me
Mike.
wrong.
yeah, I'll
don't
do
like-
what I definitely do what I can for sure.
He don't like the drama though. I'll tell you that now. He will shut his channel off. Just shut it down. Boom.
Yeah.
Piss him off with drama. He'll just shut it off. And I don't blame him. He's got things going on that makes him not want to have to deal with that shit, get his blood pressure up and shit like that.
Oh, great! I got fucking hiccups again.
Woo. Did that work?
You sound like a chipmunk with hiccups. It's cute. Sounds like eek, 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 eek. That's cute.
The closest thing to drama that he really has is he'll try to get two people to come together and at least agree to disagree. And if you keep it civil, he don't mind it, But if you get out of that civil zone, he'll fuck you, throw you off, or he'll throw you off the channel, or or he'll just shut the channel down completely. One of the two.
Yeah, because there's that one guy that goes on Mike's channel, and I just won't acknowledge him, won't talk to him, won't say nothing. Can't stand the guy, but won't talk to him.
Yeah, there's a couple people, if I see them, I just leave. But good one, Big Fred.
He had said something, and I said, no, that's not true. Then, boom, he started calling me like twat and the
Oh,
B.
wow.
Oh, yeah. And that was it. I just, what? I can't say you're wrong? Like, hello?
Some people just can't deal with it, I guess.
Yeah, there are people out there that can't deal with it very well.
But I even proved it. I even proved he was wrong, but that made him madder. You know?
Mhm.
Don't prove it. But
Now,
now,
if you prove me wrong, I'm the first one to say I'm sorry. Yep, I was
Me
fucking
too.
wrong.
yeah, if he would have proved me wrong, that I was wrong, then I would have said, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you're right. I would have been the first to say, you're right, I'm wrong.
You know, people say a lot of shit about Salty and Tammy, but I'll be the first to tell you if they realize that something they said was wrong, they will be the first ones to publicly admit it. So whatever you say about them two, at least they will do that, where most people on here won't.
Oh, I will. You know what? I just met Salty, like what, a few days ago on this panel, like on Tammy's. And then I went on Salty, watched him. Like, he's a great guy. I have no problem with him.
Yeah, Salty's a good dude for the most part.
And I'm now a mod in Salty's panel, so.
Like I said, me and Salty met on not nice terms. I was very angry at him.
I think that's how Salty makes most of his friends. He pisses them off first.
But then we started talking, and it went from anger to okay to where we reached an agreement that we will totally disagree, but when we disagree with respect.
Yeah, that's the way to do. Everyone's allowed to disagree.
Yeah.
You guys talk too much. She got embarrassed and left.
What, Myron?
I says you talked too much so much you got embarrassed and left.
Salty said, thanks for letting me up on the panel to me. He says, unfortunately, I have to go, but he does. He's driving to work right now. And
Take
he said,
care.
thank you. He said, thank you to the ladies.
Alrighty, be safe, Salty.
Yep, take care, Salty.
I think I may or may not have timed him out on a couple, or gave him a timeout on a couple channels. But sometimes he's a little salty, but
Salty rant ain't above being controversial. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to protect the channel, and he was saying stuff, and so I may or may not have timed him out a little bit. But
then you gotta understand, there's a shit ton of people that use his name, that uses Salty's name.
That's true.
There are a lot of people.
Right now, I got 16 accounts that are blocked on my channel that are salty rant and salty this and salty that, and they're all fake accounts of made to try to look like Salty.
Wow.
Yeah, there are fake me's running around, so
those people don't like me. I'm waiting for them to make a name for me.
Oh, you're not famous. I mean, you're not famous till you get a clone.
But man,
you made the big leagues when they clone your name.
I've had mine twice. I've had mine used twice now. Once here on YouTube and once on freaking Discord. But it's so funny because of my dyslexia and everything. It's very hard for them to type the way I do and make the mistakes I do spelling. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for people know really quick that it ain't me because
Whoops.
It's Sci-Fi Bry. I think you mean Ogre.
Byron,
Uh-oh. I like Sci-Fi Bride. I think it's that same one.
You know
Yeah.
what? I don't mind anybody. Like, I'm neutral. I don't get in the middle of people's fights. I really try not to. But if somebody really hurts somebody that I know or lies, I'll say something. You know?
well, I
Yeah.
ain't-
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
You have to pick a side. Sometimes you just have to. There's no way around it. So
here's the answer, by the way.
I'm a mama
Byron.
bear. You know this, Betsy. Mama bear. Make us mad.
yeah.
Hey, Jim, well, hon, how are you?
But my basic thing is, if you attack me,
Well,
then I have a
Jim
problem.
Wells
Till that
got
I don't.
a circus going on
I
there.
agree.
Jim Wells got the pussy cam going.
She got a
Wow, wow, wow.
Wild right now.
Oh,
I'm
they're in a mood tonight, aren't they?
I'm getting pork bombed by Jim Wow.
I know. I love when they're all frisky.
Yeah, pussy all over the screen.
Yeah,
So
pussy
cute.
everywhere.
You know what I do? A farm near me, because of my daycare, I actually get fertilized chicken eggs, and I have a incubator here, and I'll hatch 6 of them, and I'll
Cool.
keep them till they're like 2 weeks old, and I'll sit and play. I'll have chickens everywhere. Oh my god, it's so much fun. I love
And
baby animals.
And then do you raise them to like big chickens?
No, they don't get eaten, but no, till they're 2 weeks old. Then they go to my friend's farm. She does riding lessons, petting, zoo. Like she has everything out there. Only the roosters she sells, but usually I'll have like 9 out of 10 females.
Oh, shit.
So you get the
But-
best of both worlds. You get to play with like little fuzzies, little fuzzy kitties,
Love it. Oh,
and then hand them off. That's
and then they
perfect.
think that I'm their mom, and I'll walk around and I have all these little chickens following me. It's just-
They're like, cheep, cheep, cheep,
I've
cheep,
also done ducks. Ducks are harder though because they're so messy. Like just a month ago, I had a couple
Did you see?
ducklings.
Did you see them kittens?
God.
She threw that thing down there and they snuck up on it and attacked it.
But I just did a couple ducklings, and wow! Like once you give them water, they're a mess. But
Yeah.
I've raised ducklings for her, chickens. I told her I want to raise a baby goat because she gets baby goats every year. Oh, I want one.
I think we're wild right now. Big time.
Okay.
Wow.
I just
'Cause
gotta
I-
make sure neighbors
Because
don't
I
find.
see people who would like raise chickens and geese and ducks and stuff, and then it seems to cramp their whole style when they're babies. You know, they need somebody like you that gets them through that. You know,
Yeah.
that
Hey,
incubates
wow.
them and puts them through
I
the thing.
have a nest out in my
Keep them
backyard.
warm.
What are they called? Those little brown birds. Oh, I forgot what they're called. My mind went blank. But they threw a baby out of the nest, and I brought it in, fed it like raw liver, raw chicken stuff, and then it just flew away one day. You know, taught it how to fly, everything, because it was just barely like baby, barely.
All right, NL.
I love it. No, I'll rescue any animal I see.
Until it grows up, and you're like, get the fuck out.
Here,
So the
Okay.
all black
Okay.
one is going to be Tom.
There
You know who Tom Zebra's girlfriend is Jody Cat, I think, Media. She's going to get the all black one. I'm going to drive it to her.
Ooh, nice. I want the
so-
fluffy one, but I have like 6 cats. I think I'm at
Which
my
one?
limit. The fluffy
Tabby?
one.
AMTSS.
Oh, wow. Look at her. He's all over the place right now.
By the way, Jim, well, I made you a moderator. If you'd like to post your link to your pussy channel, you can.
Okay.
Oh Oh, Tammy.
No, it is. That's what it's called. It's called her pussy channel. I swear
know,
to
but-
God,
It's
been there twice.
Wait, it
Hey.
has to be called. It has to be called the Young Pussy Channel. 'cause she's
No,
got
I
No,
said
pussy.
live.
no.
But
Oh,
as
That'd be flagged like hell.
now,
Yeah.
as requested, live pussy, live paying pussy.
Hey, Tammy, read private chat.
I did.
So
You're
if you
good.
need a
You're good
spot.
right now. You're good
Okay.
right now, bitch.
Alrighty.
Who? What? I missed something.
No problem.
No,
Nina.
I said if Tammy needs a spot to just drop me down.
Oh, okay.
You got me
She's
down
right
here.
now.
Do you guys want to hear how lazy I've actually been today? Because I had no
Yeah.
sleep. I did a manicure on myself. I found this awesome stuff on Amazon where you just paint the glue on, then you dip your nails in the powder, and
How'd
it
that
makes
come out?
those
How the hell
expensive
do I?
nails. I only did one hand. That's how lazy I am. One hand's done.
Oh, that's that new. That's not like new wave. They paint like motorcycle parts and stuff, right? Where you like put the powder on top and then you like dip through it.
Well, see, when I go to my nail person, right, to get what's like these acrylic nails put on, like they do acrylic, it costs me a fortune. Plus, every 2 weeks, you're paying the same fortune.
That's a female Michael Jackson instead wearing gloves. She's got fingernail on one hand.
You
Uh,
could tell you out now.
oh, see,
She does those herself, I bet.
my nails will never grow. And with this product where you put the glue on your nails, like you paint it on like nail polish, dip your nails in the powder,
Go in there.
now they'll grow without breaking. Now my nails are starting to get long because they'll never break.
Yeah, now.
Mm.
Yeah, I had that problem. I don't know if I a vitamin, but my nails they freaking chip all the time. God, I've been having a hell of a time getting mine to grow.
Big Red, I
I'm
did
great,
my
NL.
least dominant hand because I have to paint with my dominant. So my left hand, which is my least dominant, is all done.
Wax on.
Wax. The other hand is hard to do because I have to use my least dominant hand to try to paint like nail polish. Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
So
Hey, by the way, NL said Myron, Jen, PPB, Betsy,
Which is-
Mayo, and Cammy. Hope you all are well. Y'all,
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you. Thank you, NL. Love you,
Except-
brother.
bills because tomorrow that cat is going back in the vets try to get a urine sample because I can't do it. I tried.
and by the way, NL put a link out to his channel. So if y'all want to go check him out, he does some good stuff up in Canada. Go check him out.
How are you supposed to
Yeah,
get
that's a
urine
boot.
sample?
That's a boot what I'm doing.
As a boot, what I'm doing. Yep.
Here.
How are you supposed to get a urine sample of a cat?
Well, the vet said you get an empty litter box, lock the cat up, but it still knows to go in the litter box, so it'll
Oh.
pee in it, even though there's no litter.
Huh.
Yeah, it ain't working. It's not working.
You gotta put it. You gotta put a test in.
You
Yeah,
put a
right.
miniature toilet seat over the freaking bottle and then tell it to go pee on it.
Well, okay, like it was straining and crying, and it was like in so much pain. By the time we got to the vet, it managed to have an empty bladder. And the vet sat there with fluids. No, didn't pee, so they were closing. Brought it home, gave me antibiotics, pain meds. Then, of course, it was the weekend, but that bill was $686 just for that.
Damn.
So that's what I'm telling you. I took my dog to the vet today, and I mean, total it was $60.
Yeah.
Night NL.
I got a very reasonable vet, you know.
Yeah.
This one is reasonable. If I said, can you take some money off because I'm short, he will. But
$600 though.
I'm pretty sure the cat has crystals. I'm positive he has crystals and it's blocking his urethra. He can't pee. I know that's what's wrong with him.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I know exactly. I
Then how did they fix that?
what? How do they fix it? Okay,
How
well,
did they fix it?
they'll shove a tube up, they flush the bladder, right? And then you put them on a special food to help not come back.
Hey,
I
Yeah,
bought the
that's what-
special
Cat.
food. The
That
vet,
sounds like about $23.
well, the
I'm
vet
looking at like
wants the urine
600.
sample before he moves forward. I told the vet, look, it's crystals, but he's pissing me off.
Damn vet.
Put them in a box, set them close to a dog, and get the dog to bark. That'll scare the piss out of the cat.
I have 5 dogs. I have 5 dogs and 6 cats. Dog barking does not scare the cat. I have lots of dogs. No. I just gotta get the vet to be on the same page as me. Look, flush his bladder. I'll put him on the food. We're done. And that's
Yeah,
gonna be
the vet could just like have your cat there and let a Great Dane in the room, and your cat's gonna like piss itself. They could
No.
catch it.
this is one that don't feel good. See this one all by himself?
Dude, that reminds me of a friend of
Right
mine.
here?
A friend of mine had probably one of the biggest Great Danes I ever seen. The son bitch was 6'3" when it stood on its
oh,
hind legs.
My
I
sister-
probably weighed about 200 pounds. And then all of a sudden, now this was a female Great Dane, right? And she took off running one day. She didn't come back for like an hour. And then finally she comes back and she's got this, she's got 2 things in her mouth and you can see them. And we thought she killed them, right? And they were 2 little kittens. Don't know where she got them. We couldn't find the mama cat nowhere, nothing. But she dropped the kittens and they were quite well alive, half drowned from dog slobber, but quite well alive.
jeez.
Covered in dog slobber. Yeah.
But that damn Great Dane would have never hurt them kittens, and them kittens grew up, and that was their mama. That Great Dane became their mama, and that Great
Yeah.
Dane protected those cats.
Yeah. I had a cat that I got, and it was just a kitten. Started sucking on my dog that I had. My dog actually produced milk in one tit, just one, just to feed that cat. It was so weird.
That's why
Well,
men have nipples.
Well,
in
did
case,
the cat
in
actually
case,
start needing
I think
sucking on the tit?
I think if women stopped breastfeeding their kids, I think men would start lactating.
Look at this little girl up here.
Because why else would we have nipples? For what? Why the hell do we have nipples?
You can't turn the
You
little girl out.
You men have to try that zapping thing where you put it on your stomach and it gives you contractions. You guys need to feel that.
No, I'll pass on that because
Okay.
No.
according to the doctor, I already had pain that was equal to that, or just under.
You
equal
no,
to
you
that.
haven't. But you haven't.
Oh
Nope.
yes, I have. It was called a
Nope.
snake bite that
Nope.
almost took my freaking arm, and that doctor said the pain. The doctor, which was a
Which
female doctor, who had 3 kids, said the pain that I was going through could be almost equivalent to the pain that what a woman goes through as a after childbirth. So
It's horrible. It really
Yeah.
is.
Oh, focus.
the pain I had from that was the most horrible pain I could imagine. I've never been in that pain again in my life, and I've had broken bones and everything. So don't even come
Hey,
close
Ken.
to that.
Hey,
Hey,
that's
Pandora.
a YouTube
Pandora.
template.
Pandora, can you see my my
Yeah.
screen here?
Yeah.
You see, like that's how much room I have right there to make a. To
So
make
you
a,
put a little box and some smoke coming out. That's this Pandora press box.
yeah, but it's got to fit in that little skinny thing right there.
Yeah.
But I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
And that shows up big on the phone because that's all you see on the.
And it has to be an antique looking box. Like really antique-ish.
Yeah,
How
it's
long?
got
How
to-
old?
Rustic wood.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Noah's Ark kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Ark of the Covenant. That's what I meant.
or like an old pirate chest or something like it.
Yes,
Treasure
an old
chest or
pirate
something.
chest. Yeah, yeah,
You see, I started it. It already says Pandora's box right there.
nice.
Pandora's box PSC. We already
But
got you started.
a pirate chest would be cool, slightly opened with smoke coming out. That'd be cool.
And then you like see the left and the right. That's like for a PC. And then the up and down, that's for people with TVs. That I don't know why you look at.
Yeah, forget
on
about
your
TV.
TV, but
About
some people
TV.
do. I usually leave that dark or gray or something.
Yeah,
It's kind of
Yeah,
kinda
well, actually, a lot of people
my favorite
view it on
colors
TV.
okay. What do you got?
colors are gray and burgundy. Just to let you know.
Okay. Those go good together.
My
Those
house
good. Those go good together.
Mm-hmm.
Those are complementary almost, sort of.
Yeah, I
But
have.
gray's not really complementary to anything, but gray and that goes good together.
In my
Well,
living
you
room.
didn't have to turn off your kitties, by the way.
In my living room, all the walls are gray except a couple of accent walls, and they're burgundy. And then I have burgundy pillows on my gray couch, burgundy curtains. Oh, it's so sharp. It looks nice.
See, like red wine, then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, she started talking about red wine the other night. Made me look up that damn song, Red Wine.
Red
Wine.
wine.
Don't make me sing. I sound like a cat in a blender.
Hey, we got something very much in common there, Pandora.
There we go.
You don't want to hear me sing either.
If it's really deep, I can sing better than high because I have a deep voice. Like I can talk way low, you know. But I can't talk really high.
That's what Betsy's for.
That's what Betsy's for.
What happened?
Yeah, Martin's on top of it.
Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention. What'd I miss?
You got the high voice.
Hi. You sound
Oh,
great.
okay.
We said chipmunk.
I was looking at something. Sorry.
That's
No,
all
it's-
good.
I have a deep voice. I can talk very low. See?
I have one of them too. Let me.
Oh,
Hold on.
mine's
Oops.
real though. Mine's my real voice. No modulator.
Okay, is this better?
The chipmunk in his head again.
Should I talk like this?
What?
Is this much better?
Really?
We're gonna have to change your name.
I can talk
Talk like
to
that.
I think I win.
Betsy got her husband to talk.
There we go.
I think I win.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, I think you do too.
How you doing? Yeah, I can talk deep.
Ben's back. We got cats.
Oh yeah, we get to watch the kittens some more.
I'm gonna say good night, everybody.
Byron, you sleep
Night,
well, man.
Martin. Thank you, sweetie.
Good night, everybody in chat on the paddle.
Love you.
Appreciate you coming in, Myron.
Nice meeting you, Myron.
I don't know where Myron
Have a
lived,
good
but Myron still had light coming in his window.
He's
I
in
think he lives in
Canada.
Hawaii.
He's in Canada.
Yeah, I think he just claims that because there was light coming in his window, and
Yeah, he
that's
told
only
me
in
that
Hawaii now.
last month, about midway through the month last month, I was like, yeah, I noticed we were talking about lighting. I said, it looks like it's just now starting to get dark here. What time is it? He said, oh, it's about 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock at night, he was still having light, a lot of light in his house. It was amazing. So he must be way more.
Well, it's 10:02 here in the middle, and we're just getting dark.
Yeah, see, y'all got some weird ass fucking lighting up there.
I don't know.
We at 9
It's 9
o'clock.
o'clock here and dark as fuck.
Still up
in
at 9
California.
o'clock. We
But,
still
yeah,
have sun.
if you're north, you get light longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that gets me.
4 a.m.
The further north you go, the more sunlight you get in the
Yep.
summer. But it's a lot cooler in the summer, even though you got more sunlight. It's really fucked up.
Well, the sun's
No.
never above you in the north. It's never high noon straight up.
No,
You know,
we
it's never
don't.
that.
It
Never
That's
ever.
true.
goes around
true.
sideways. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always over there.
But at 4 a.m., it starts getting light. And by 10 p.m., it gets dark. Right now.
Well,
Wow.
you're waiting on it.
Yeah.
I thought they had long days down in Florida, when I moved down there, near the equator, and the sun would come up at about 5:30 in the morning, and
Oh,
then
here's
won't set until about 9:15, 9:30 in the evening.
That's like in the middle of summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
say sunrise here at like 5:30, but at 4 a.m., it's already getting light.
Yeah.
Sunrise here
Wow.
is like the sun's way up. So,
Okay, Ogre, I got you.
oh, be right back, guys. I gotta pee so bad.
Okay. go
Don't
pee.
talk about me while I'm gone.
Well, how'd you know what I was doing?
Because Tammy always does it. Be right back.
I don't know.
By the way, Pandora is very cute. She don't look her age, and that's the truth. Just saying.
Oh crap! I
Hey,
gotta
Ogre,
fix my
what's up,
camera.
man?
I gotta fix my camera. Hold on. Oh wait.
All right. Now you see why they call him Big Red Ogre.
I forgot my camera was flipped around from my the other night when I was on Dirty Show and I ran into all those cops bugging the lady in my neighborhood.
There's your kitty cat. Is that your
Holy
30-pound
cow.
cat?
Holy
That's
cat.
Dexter. Yeah,
Holy
Wow.
cat,
that's
Dexter.
Dexter. He's 30. He's 30 pounds. He's 14 years old too.
Wow. That is one happy cat.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Right.
That cat trusts the fuck out of you to roll over like that and let you scratch his belly.
Oh yeah, dude. He'll lie on my lap and he'll just all day long. I can do this. He's. I've had them since they were like, I think 3 months, 4 months old, and when I used to come home from work every day, I'd call them. I'd come in the house. Here, boys, and the two of them would crawl right up my legs and up my back and sit on my shoulder as I cooked dinner and did stuff. That's his
Oh, wow.
brother. That's
Wow,
Cheddar.
look at the difference between those two.
Yeah, and they're brothers from the same litter, born at the same time. Everything. That's Cheddar
Wow.
and that's Dexter.
That fat
Wow.
cat that you just showed, that's the size of the one of mine that's having problems. That big, yep. So I call him Monkey.
Yeah, he's 14 years old, him and his brother, and yeah, he's over 30 pounds now. He was
Yeah.
heavier than my daughter until about 3 months ago. My daughter finally hit 36 pounds.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
mine's 11 years old and 28 pounds. He's huge.
By the way, Pandora, while you were gone, I didn't talk about you.
Aw, thank you, sweetie.
You want to say
I
hi?
lied. I lied.
Oh, say hi.
But
And
what I
this one's
did talk
jealous.
about you was all good, though, Pandora. I
He's a
promise.
nice boy. He's a nice boy.
I'll watch it again later and see what you said.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Them cats trust you that much that they'll roll over on their bellies and let you scratch your belly.
Oh, mine too. Yeah.
Well, Tammy, I've got this thing with animals. When I was 3 years old, my grandfather's dog bit my face. Its tooth broke off in my just above my upper teeth. They had to surgically
Ouch.
remove it. And I've never had a fear of dogs, never anything like that. I actually, I did a lot of work with sheltered dogs. I used to bring them home to my property. I used to live just north of Toronto, Barrie. Well, Barrie's north of Toronto if you don't know Canada at all. And I used to live just north of Barrie in a place called Hillsdale. Had some big property, so I used to work, take shelter dogs and stuff like that. I'm gonna turn the cam off for a second. I used to take shelter dogs and all sorts of stuff home and rehabilitate them, try and work with them, get them into houses. I've never
That's
had
awesome.
an issue with dogs, but I have a thing that I can do with dogs. A lot of people who have their dogs and own them and they've been around for a while, they're like, "Oh, my dog listens to me, listens to me." I take about 5-10 minutes and I spend time alone with their dog, and then the dog will stop listening to the owner and start listening to me. I can make a dog sit and listen to me before it'll listen to its owner, even if it's been with its owner for like 10-15 years.
Jen saw you do, Cat.
It's just, and my daughter, oh my God, there isn't a dog in our neighborhood that doesn't love her. Does not. There's 2 years ago, an older couple brought a half lab, half Dobie into the neighborhood. That was a rescue dog. It was abused, and he was just over a year old at the time. And nobody can go near him. Even I had trouble going near him. It took months. My daughter spent a week, 10 minutes a day for a week, walking up to this dog and just talking to him. And then eventually they were walking down the street, and she could hold onto his leash and walk him up and down the street. They play together. Yeah, the couple will give me a call and say, "Hey, we're going out for a walk. Do you want to bring your daughter?" I'll bring her down, and yeah, it's just crazy. She's got this knack with animals. They all love her. All the dogs. love her.
I'm that way with wild animals, not tame animals.
That's how I am. Yeah.
Wild
I'm
animals.
actually with wild animals.
Now,
I like
cats,
eating wild animals.
now cats, the biggest thing that with them, I'm not a cat person per se, okay? And I ignore a cat, and that pisses them off. They're the ones that want to ignore you. So when you actually ignore them, that pisses them off, and they want to make friends with you, so they can
That
ignore
is
you.
true. That's
So,
true, because a buddy of mine that comes down all the time, he loves Dexter, and Dexter loves him. Like, Dexter will crawl up to him and meow to him if he doesn't pet him within like a couple minutes of coming in. He'll like "Meow," and claw at him, like paw at him, like, "Dude, you're not giving me attention." Whereas in Cheddar, he doesn't like Cheddar because Cheddar, for whatever reason, him and Cheddar don't get along. He pays absolutely no attention, and Cheddar will crawl on him and just be all over him. He's constantly pushing him away. Like, "Nah, get away from me. I don't like you. I don't like you.
Yep.
I like your brother." That's funny.
and because of that, I have had people that say, "Oh, my cats are so mean," and blah 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 blah. They'll eat up people, and then they're like freaking out because in 10 minutes, because I don't pay their cat no mind, their cat's all over me, want me to fucking pet them and everything else. And it drives the cat fucking nuts to be ignored.
Especially the ones that know they'll come up to you and they'll rub on you, knowing that you're gonna reach down and give them a pet so that they can snub you, give you the dirty look, or like meow at you and take off. But when you don't
Yep.
do it to them, like you said, they get so upset.
They do. Yep.
Yeah,
They
they
do.
want to flip their tail and fly through their brown eye and fucking walk away.
Yeah, that's what they want to do, but if you don't give them the opportunity, then that just pisses them off where they're going to want to fuck with you until you leave.
Tammy.
Yeah.
Can you actually contact Eminem? Tell
I
him
cannot.
that
I don't have his. I don't have anything to contact him with.
his live is still running where people can chat. I don't think he
Oh.
shut off the Streamlabs on his phone. It's still running.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Eminem, if you're out there, your Streamlab's still running, buddy. That's the best I can do.
Shut it off. You have to
Yeah,
hit
no,
stop.
yeah, shut your Streamlabs, StreamYards, whatever you use off.
Still
That's
running. Somebody's
It's
got
still
a
running.
Still says
Well, hey,
he's
guys.
live.
Hey guys, I gotta drop off. It's been nice being up here, and it's good to see you, Tammy and Betsy and Ogre and Pandora and
You
everybody.
too.
Yeah.
Stevie, you're welcome
Yeah,
up
nice
here
to meet ya.
anytime, man.
Take it
Be
easy.
well.
I'm gonna work on Pandora's.
Yeah.
You gonna work on Pandora's box?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on Pandora's box for a little while. All right, guys, I love you. Catch you
Oh,
later.
All right,
that's
Stevie,
horrible.
you try to have a good night. You're welcome up here anytime. You know it, bud.
All right, thanks, brother.
Working on my box. Sorry. I'm sorry. That sounded so bad. I'm glad I have a sense of humor.
Yes.
Tammy, it's been
Yeah.
a nice night. I
Yeah,
haven't
it
had to
has.
chase. I haven't had to chase any trolls out with bad spelling.
I know that shit just cracked me up. You missed that one, dude. So I'm so mad. Like 20 times you freaking did that to him, and then finally he just quit talking.
Well, they quit chirping. Every time I'd ask them to go up, they'd be like, "Well, why don't you do the research?" I'm like, "You're the one that's yapping, dude. Why should I do the research if you're the ones bitching about it? Get up there and prove it." After a while, they just stopped. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Well,
no, I thought that was
that-
funny because the conversation got really good. It was a really cool. I can't remember what it was about. It got away from all the troll stuff, and after about a half an hour of talking, you looked down, I looked down, we all looked down at the chat, and there was nothing left but cool people in the chat having good conversation. All the trolls were gone. It was like, oh, nice.
Yep, about
Yeah.
yeah, it really changed around. Even when I had people up there at that time that were known trolls on my panel. Okay, but we had a good conversation going, and things just sort of shifted away. So
Hey, Tammy,
yes,
have you seen that video that I posted that says Tampa Police Department says First Amendment auditors are baiters? Have you seen it?
no, I have not.
You should play it up here.
I don't play anybody's stuff up here. I've had people say, "Oh, God, yeah, it's good," and then later on, I got a community strike. Nope, I don't play nobody's stuff on my panel no more.
But what you should do is actually go watch it then after your
I'll
panel.
do that.
You go watch it.
If you want to put a link in, I don't care if you put links in for stuff like that, so people can go watch it anytime.
Okay,
But hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back.
okay, here's the link. Oh, but you guys should go watch the dildo one on my channel.
Is that you using it, or is it just?
Oh Lord.
What?
Is it a demonstration video, Pandora?
No. Well, what do you mean? No.
An instructional video.
Well, no, the dildo one was it was New Mexico chief of police, and somebody flew a drone overhead holding a huge
seen
dildo.
that. That shit was so funny.
I got that. Yeah. But this one,
Actually, it wasn't just overhead. They dropped it down at face fucking level.
but the link I posted was a news story where it was showing auditors' videos and the Tampa police like saying, "Oh, it's baiting," like.
That fucking that dildo one, they literally someone flew a drone that had a dildo strapped underneath of it, and they flew it over the head of the chief of police for a few seconds, and then they dropped it down at face level, and then it flies off and goes away. It was the funniest shit I ever seen, and the look on that fucking chief of police.
That one was funny. I don't know how I find these videos, but I do. I find them all.
I found that one. That shit was fucking hilarious, man. I died laughing. Damn, that shit was so funny.
Posted. The news says we don't know who the auditors are. Haven't been able to get a hold of them. But if you listen to the voices, most people will know who those auditors are and whose video it was. But
hey, Bo Cephas, how are you doing?
Hey, Tammy, if the background noise is too much, just let me know and I'll turn my mic off. I just out on my balcony.
Okay. You ain't bothering me, man. If it's bothering any of y'all, let him know.
Bothering me? I have birds chirping out here. It's not bothering me at all. Noise doesn't. If it was a baby crying, I'd be like, pick that freaking baby up already.
What's up, Watashi? How are you, my friend?
Hi, Watashi.
I heard my little friend had a good time on your show one night. He can be a bit of an ass sometimes.
Yep.
I gave him a bit of a dick. I gave him shit for it. I was like, yeah, you can't do that to her.
No.
He was drinking a bit.
Yeah, but you know
I
what?
laughed. I talked with him afterwards. I'm like, dude, really? And he's like, oh, he's like, I was just having some fun. He's like, it was fun. He was like, I really liked that show though. And he's like, I was like, I'm like, what do you do?
You know what? That's why I ignore people. Like, that's why I just let it go. Like,
Nah, he's harmless. He really
but
is.
the thing is every time I'm on a panel, it's only because I drink, because I'm that shy. So I drink too and don't attack people. So
Nah, I get what you're saying. It was one of those nights for him. I think he was just being in a one of those pushy, pokey moods.
yeah, well,
Because
you
he's
don't
been
poke-
on ballads as well, and he's like, "Yo, man, I apologize about being a dick that night." And I was like, yeah,
actually, he's never.
at least he
okay,
can get on there and do that. But he
but he's
hasn't. I told him to.
said nope. He hasn't said
Oh.
sorry to me. He just comes in a room and will make a point of saying hi to me, and I ignore him. I haven't heard a story.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why. All right,
That's
you're
why I
listening,
ignore-
right? Yeah, I wonder if he's listening because he just hops in and out a lot.
But yeah, that's why I've been ignoring him, because I didn't get a sorry.
Well, hopefully he's listening still. He'll probably come up soon, or not come up, but he'll probably
Yeah.
say he's sorry. Yeah, no, I thought that was funny. I went back and I was like, "Why would you do that?"
Hey, Steve Mazur.
He doesn't. He just. He's someone that I knew that just got into watching this stuff, and
Yeah.
he likes sitting on the panels and listening to everybody. And I guess that night he just decided he was going to be an ass.
But you know what, Red? I actually thought you were a woman for the longest time.
Me?
Yeah, you.
But I
I
was
thi-
up on Mike's panel a couple times when you were there.
I probably was sleeping or not listening. I don't know, or not paying attention. But for the longest time, I thought you were a woman.
No.
Because you keep defending the Keeper of the Stars every time he'd poke shit at me, and I thought you were a woman in love with him. I really did. Sorry.
Oh, Keeper of the List?
Yeah. I
No,
thought you were
that's just
in love with him. I thought
no.
you
It's
were.
just because him and I have a good rapport. Like in a lot of when I first started getting in, and actually I've been watching for a while. But when I first started making comments in chats, like, "Hey," he was one of the first people to always respond to me, no matter what chat I was in. And we always had a rapport back and forth. I'd make a joke, and I'd make comments of like people if they had a panel, or even on places like Chuck Bronson's show or stuff like that, where it's really busy. He always made a point to always say something. Hey man, how's it going? And so it wasn't that I was sticking up when I was doing that. That's just me poking fun at you, like, come on, leave him alone. Just not trying to make it worse, but just kind of joke and prod along.
It wasn't a huge fight. Like, he said there was a beach. I said there's not a beach. Then I got called names. You know what I mean?
Well,
Then
the
I was
name calling thing and all that, no, I get. I'm not into the whole being mean, but
because I never called him a name once, and I won't, because I'm not like that. Heck, I don't even swear if I can help it, But because you kept defending him over and over, I thought you were just a woman in love, and the only thing I ever said to you was cheers, because you would always come in and show drinks. So I'd say cheers, and then I would hardly talk to you, like, because I thought you didn't like me.
No,
See?
it has nothing. Actually, I've been on your panel many a time. Well, not on your panel, on your show. I sit
I know.
there a lot in the background of your show, and I just like listening. And
No, and
I'll
I
sit there a
think I
lot.
took a lot away, and because I was mad that night.
No, that was just me poking a little bit of fun. You get asked Tammy sometimes when things get a little heated and this and that. I'll try and lighten things up. I've done it on Dirty Mike show and stuff. I'll ask stupid questions.
Make it better.
I'll ask
make
stupid
it
questions.
better.
So,
Yeah,
but no, I was kind of poking you along that night, just kind of having some
were.
fun. Like
you
just
were. You
it was
poking
it
the-
was more of a tease, and I told Dirty that too. I was like, oh man, I'm like I was just teasing with her, really. I'm like I wasn't really trying to piss her off. I was just having some fun, you know.
But then you came over to my panel and did the same thing to me.
I know. I brought it along. I was just.
You just poked that bear till she growled, and I did.
I did. I know I took it a little far, but I knew eventually that this would happen, where we would actually talk about it, and you kind of get it. You'd understand the funniness behind it, really.
Well,
Because
it was.
I know. In the moment, I could see how it might have been a little harder to see the comedy behind it, but
I don't like being called names, and you defended it, and that kind of hurt.
It wasn't the defending of the calling of the name. It was like, oh, you got rid of him again? Oh no, now I got to chase him around, find him in other chats. It was kind of like,
no, that's why I thought you were a woman. Seriously, that's why I thought you were a girl.
No, that is funny.
I thought you were a woman who was in love with him, and you were upset he would laughed, and oh yeah, I really did. I thought you were a girl.
That was like the other day. Somehow I went to 3 different chats, and Dirty was in all of them, and I showed up just after him, and he's like, "Dude, quit following me around." I was like,
that was happening to me last night. Everywhere I went, everybody was there, and I'm like, God, people stalking me? Like,
one night.
Go ahead.
One night I caught Tammy. Let's see. We talked on Dirty. I went up on the panel. We chit chatted, and then he did his show, and I was in the chat and doing the thing, and I ended up popping up for a quick bit on his, and then he shut off, and then he got back on like a couple hours later, first thing in the morning. First thing I saw when I woke up was him on there again, so I hopped back on with him again. It was.
Sorry, cameras, you ain't coming up here to porn bomb me.
No,
Goodbye.
don't you dare allow cameras.
I just banned him from my Facebook.
Cameras are mass destruction. I have him blocked for a reason. He's after me.
Oh, really?
He'll porn bomb the fuck out of your street.
Yeah, he porn bombed me. He porn bombed.
You gotta watch for every name he comes up on too.
Yeah,
usually you click them. Yeah. Fuck.
He'll even show his.
Dude, you porn bombed one too many people, dude. I ain't gonna let you porn
Tammy.
bomb me.
He'll even come up on a different name and actually show his face. So don't let a face up either, unless you know the face, because he will show his face and pretend he's someone else. I have him blocked for a reason. Can't stand that guy. He's one of the ones who trolls me.
He's porn bombed probably about 6 or 7 channels that I know of. So,
he always trolls me. I swear to God, I pay rent in his brain. I'm not kidding. I live in that man's mind. He trolls me all the time.
Well, I went over to Eminem Audits on his discussion tab and left him a message to stop his live stream. So maybe you'll get the notification.
You know what? If he went in the house and shut his phone, it still stays open until he says end stream. So it'll stay open forever.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't think he would do that, Cameras.
Does.
Shame on you.
See, right now it just says Tammy in the chat room. It says News Now Tammy Lin just hit a user that you've blocked.
You damn right I did. I did block him.
And he will come back. He has about 500 soccer accounts.
Wow.
Did
That's
you see
pathetic.
what did you see what Bocephus said? Bocephus said, "Hello, Pandora. I apologize for being an asshole to you on your
Yeah.
show. I promise to be better behaved." That's very nice of you, Bocephus.
Thank you. Thanks.
But yeah,
Now I have all my trolls blocked. If the trolls that I have blocked, if they find me, they follow me to stations all the time. It's like I need a stalking restraining order.
yeah, a YouTube restraining order.
Restraining order. There we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
I'll get a few of those. Jeez. They do.
So, yeah, I don't care if I lose him as someone that watches my channel or not. I used to have good things to say about him until I seen him for about like 5 or 6 channels. And I'm like,
He
no.
got a lot of stuff banned from his channel. Like he got more strikes because he would make videos of everyone.
I think he lost his channel for a bit.
I think he did too, actually. All he did on his channels was make videos of other people on different bodies and bash them.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's
I
sad.
don't understand that though, because I've been, like I said before, I would make comments and this and that on in the chats and stuff. He seemed to got a lot of praise for what he did in the community and stuff like that.
He doesn't do anything in the community.
I've never seen any of his videos.
Pandora, I'm going to defend him. He used to be good in the community. Yes, he did.
Oh, now
He would call you out on your stupidity, and he'd praise you for your good. I don't know what the frick happened to him since then, but he's turned into a total idiot.
Tammy. He joined the Brown Nose Crew.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He joined a certain crew of people who do nothing but attack people. That's why I won't go to a certain channel. I refuse to go to that channel because they're all mods there and all they do is mute everybody. Even if you just say hi, they mute you. They're asses.
Yeah, I unsubbed a bunch of channels way back because they just turned into just places where people go and talk bad about everybody.
Yep.
And Bocephus said, "I hope no hard feelings." By the way, Pandora.
No, we're good.
Well, I'm glad he got back to you. I'm glad. Oh shit! I just dropped my joint.
I accept apologies at a high regard. If somebody can apologize, then I'm good. I am.
And now you got to prove through your actions you mean your words. That's
don't do it again.
No, he'll probably be on your side now. He felt bad. I gave him shit for it.
Thank you.
Somebody I've known kind of for a while. Like I said, he only does this. He hops on this and that. I think when he drinks and when he's kind of depressed and in a bad, not feeling the goods. He lives by himself and stuff.
Well, I can tell you now, Bocephus has never done anything wrong to me. I was actually surprised that he had a problem with you, Pandora.
Nothing.
No, you know what? I asked him what about the whole thing, and he said, "Oh, I got no problem at all." And he's like, "What it was is, I think it was it Invalid that was there the night, whatever." So he came on, and I guess it was the way he was talking or whatever, and the way he worded his question was kind of rude. He told me, he was like, "Who is this guy?" And then the response back, and he responded back rudely, and it just went on from there. And I was like, well, that was kind of dumb. and it's exactly what I said to him. I'm like, well, that was kind of stupid if that's how it went. I'm like, seriously. I'm like, first of all, I'm like, Invalid's got a lot of respect with a lot of people in the community.
Yeah.
And I said, you're just there just to watch anyways for entertainment. You should be, kind of
But
keeping your mouth shut. And he's like, no, I wanted to know who he was. He goes, but being drunk, he's like, who is this guy? And then he just, one of those people that get defensive, I guess. And instead of saying, oh, I apologize.
Yeah. But he came in my room and carried the same stuff from Dirty's room into mine.
Oh,
He was following that same thing that night. So he carried that in too. And wow. It just the same stuff.
At least he was a man. He apologized. And
He did.
He says he promises to be.
I guarantee you, if he's ever on your show or whatever again, there won't be any trolling from him. He'll probably be one of the people to try and help bash your trolls for you. I'll keep him in line.
Good.
He's like I said, he's a single dude. He's a single dude, and he's got his issues. He enjoys watching the cops being told off and put to their place. He's been around the block himself. He just doesn't have the guts to stick up and grab a camera and go out and do it. But he gets a kick out of watching the cops get their comeuppance.
And he supports it. So it's not everybody's cup of tea to pick up that camera and go film a cop and put a cop in his place. I'll tell you that now. It takes a little bit. And you got to be a little bit crazy to do it, especially like me. Like when I'm sitting there confronted by a cop standing over the top of me, like the last time I got arrested, I had a cop standing over the top of me with his hand on his gun, his hand on his mace, and he's got a dog on a leash next to him. And I looked at him, I said, I'm not afraid of your gun, I'm not afraid of your mace, and I sure in the hell ain't afraid of dogs. That cop off, and that's when the cops came after me.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean about that. Sorry, Pandora. We were talking about on Mike's show, or I think, or earlier today, about the whole predator poachers and the guys that go and catch those fucking douchebags, right? When there was a guy here in Toronto that started it up, and I watched one of his videos, and I got hold of him and said, listen, man, let me come with you. I'm a big guy. I said, because there's going to be a time when someone might try and hurt you and this and that. And twice I went out and we come across one of these guys, and once they started yipping in their mouths and the excuses come out, I literally almost put my fist down their throats both times, and I'm like, nah, man, I can't do this. I'm like, I'll end up killing one of these guys or get, it's just not worth it. When it comes to that stuff, I can't control my anger, so I said to him, and I've been trying to get a hold of him lately, he's really busy, but when I get my channel properly going, when I get the PC that Mike's helping me with, Dirty's helping me with, when I get that all up and running, I'm going to talk to him about putting a lot of his stuff, running it through my channel as well, some of his videos, so there's more exposure in our area and stuff, because he's going through like 2 of these predators a week sometimes that he's catching on video and stuff. So what I want to do is get all their information where they work and then go do public filming outside their work. What are you doing here? Oh, I'm publicly filming that pedophile right there.
Yeah.
Until and get 2 jobs done at once. Stand up for the Charter of Rights and make sure these guys get more exposure so everybody knows who they are, so that the communities around them can chase them away.
Yeah, I got a question. I went and watched that thing you put the link out there in Pandora. What's mind-blowing and mind-boggling about that is they're saying it's baiting, but yet the guy broke no fucking law. How is that baiting if he's not breaking the law? The cop should have went on down the fucking road, shut the fuck up, and left him alone.
Yes. Yep.
The cop baited himself and made himself look like an idiot moron.
Cops put themselves in their own situation. They bait themselves.
Yeah, and then that cop sit there like a fucking 4-year-old back and forth with
Yeah.
that guy saying, yes, it is. No, it ain't. Yes, it is.
I
I'm
know.
like, really? I was like fucking
I
kindergarten.
I would have tried to
That
mix it up
cop
on him
could
like
have
they do in
just shut the
cartoons.
fuck up, and he wouldn't have looked like an idiot, like a 4-year-old or 4-year-old in kindergarten.
It is horrible. But did you guys recognize any voices?
Actually, I couldn't hear the guy so much, but I'm sure I would recognize that voice.
See, I'm sure I know who it is, but I can't think of it. The voice sounds so familiar. The auditor, that I'm positive I know who it is.
Hey, Redneck C, the Redneck Rebel. Rob C, the Redneck Rebel.
What's up, Rob? Watcher.
Oh, but what I was going to say, Org, when you come back to one of my panels, I'll remod you.
Right,
Okay?
Watcher.
Oh, I didn't know you did this. Oh,
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've been to one of your shows because
I haven't
where
had
you
one.
live, sometimes it's late for me, and by the time you get yours going, I really am.
I'm in
passing out.
Saskatchewan.
I know. I love this.
Yeah.
See, and every time you bring it up, the first thing I think of, honestly, is this country singer guy, Coulter Wall. His voice is absolutely mind-blowing. When I discovered him, I think he was only like, oh man, he was in his like, he was young, 19, something, maybe something like that. And you would think this guy was like 80-some years old, smoking 6 packs of cigarettes and 3 bottles of whiskey
exactly
a
who
day.
that is.
His voice is so raw and it's just and the way he plays guitar, the way he picks, and like all his stuff. To me, that is country music. That's cowboy music. Like you go to like your local bar, and that's who you hear playing, just sitting on the stage with a little drum and his guitar. And to me, that's all. He to me is
I know
what
who
country
you were,
music should be.
Watcher.
Like, oh, I was going to say something. Wow, went right out of my brain.
Sorry, Pandora.
But Watcher brings up a good point. Who cares if it's baiting? Lady cops act like prostitutes and tell folks they want a free TV.
Yeah.
They lie and bait people all the time.
Yep. Well, they put out bait cars. There's a show about it. There's a show called Bait Car. I mean, come on.
The best bait car out there is Chuck Bronson's.
I like Chuck Bronson.
Sorry, Pedro, I didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize. When you said bait car, the first thing I thought of was his bait car. And every time the cop pulls him over, I watched one video where the cop pulled him over, took like 4 steps, saw who it was in the side view mirror, turned around, got back in his car, and drove away. He didn't even bother with him. I died laughing. I think it was on one of his live shows too. I was howling. Can you imagine being that popular where a cop gets partway up to your car and he realizes who it is and he's like, oh shit, I'm out of here, man. I ain't bothering.
I'm not. Yeah. See, there's a cop who didn't fall for the bait. All of them should do that. The minute a police pulls up, sees it's just somebody standing with the camera, should just drive away, and that's it. Leave it alone. Walk away.
By the way, if y'all see Watcher out in the chat out there, he's a good guy. He used to go by YouTube Watcher, but he changed his name to Watcher. He's a real good guy. He's been on my panel many times. He's a real good guy, and he supports the hell out of our community. And he's done some good cop watching as well.
You know what I hate though? I know USA law better than I know the Charter of Rights. I have yet to read the Charter of Rights. I don't know it.
You need to take the time. That's your law. You need to take your time.
I know.
You're gonna come on CRM show on Sunday nights. Man, I've learned so much just listening. So a lot of times Sunday night, usually anywhere between 7 and 8, I think. It's Country Reviews Media. Like him, E.T. get on there. CRR gets on there. There's another guy, and excuse me, sorry. You ask them a question. You ask them a question, and they'll find it, look it up, and they're really good about it.
CRR said, "How come you weren't there?" I told them we have a first woman auditor in Canada, and you weren't there. I was like, "Oops, I didn't know."
Yes, Watcher, that is the dead giveaway of your channel right there. Is that damn cat picture of that cat licking its balls?
But I guess,
my cat's too fat. He can't lick his balls.
My cats can't lick their butts.
See, there you go. Now you can see what the cat's doing. See.
Gotta keep them clean.
Sorry, who's first? I have a cat pic of one of my cats just sitting upright on the couch, 20-pound cat. And we put a bottle of beer beside it. The cat's just looking at me with like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And that is very sad, and you're correct, Watcher. Pandora people all over the world know U.S. law better than a lot of Americans.
38 point, and I know Baines Law, and I know all this stuff, and I'm like, wow, Charter of Rights. I don't know. Like, I don't even know if we're allowed to swear in public like the States people do. I don't even know if we're allowed to do that because I've never read it.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Do we have freedom of speech where we can swear in public? No idea. See, nobody knows. Can we swear in public? Can I say F the police right to their face? Can I hold up a sign that says F the police?
According to this, it says it is legal to swear in public in Canada. Or is it? It was in courts this morning for a speeding ticket over a heated exchange between a police officer and a young guy. Only caught at the very end of it, it was coming out of the washer. But the cop grabbed the young guy's upper arm and said, "You're under arrest. You want to go?" Hold on. Let me finish. Get this up. The guy asked, "Do you want to go to jail for swearing in public?" Then the young guy said no. The cop backed off and went back into the courtroom. I'm curious now, is it legal to swear in public in Canada? Might this be a contextual crime, or as in swearing in and of itself it's not illegal, but if swearing is being used to threaten or harass someone, it is. That's all a question mark.
Yeah, so you can't say F you mother effer or something to a cop. I don't think we can do that here. Like you guys, like a lot of auditors do in the state where F you. I don't think we can do that here.
It says if swearing causes the people in the vicinity to take notice, then it is an offense. Criminal Code of Canada, Section 1751. Everyone who is not being in a dwelling causes a disturbance or a nearby public place by fighting, screaming, shouting, swearing, singing, or using insults or obscene language.
Okay, but that's the same in the States. But can a cop be the defendant? Is the question.
Pandora, I yelled at the cops the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was live on mics.
The cop cannot be the defendant according to that, but but if someone comes up to him and says, "We are offended by what they just said," he can do something that he wants to.
See, but what about that whole free speech thing too? Like if I'm holding up a sign that says F the government, can I go to jail for that in Canada?
It don't say anything about signs. It says only about you verbalizing it.
That's a good question for ET. I guarantee him. I call him Master ET, the Master Jedi of Canadian rights.
Because if someone doesn't like the F word on a sign, well, I'm gonna have to ask ET.
You know what, Pandora? That's a good question you asked because I had this issue at work. I worked for Costco for 14 years, and I grew up in a household where swearing was natural. Like my dad's a newfie, and my uncles, everything was always fuck, shit, fuck, motherfucker, Jesus Christ, everything. So at work, I stocked shelves and moved a lot of boxes and this and that. Most of the time in the morning before customers and stuff got there, and you know, you get a bunch of guys on forklifts moving boxes and warehouses. We tend to curse and swear, and I used to get a lot of trouble from management. You know, you can't talk like that. And I'm like, hey, you can't tell me that because this is how I grew up. I grew up in a household that this is the way I was brought up. You can't tell me after 40 years that I have to change the way I talk because it offends you. If you don't like the way I talk, walk that way and don't listen. And they would try to write me up for it all the time. And I would bring up, listen, no, I'm allowed, you know, you can't give me crap for this because, and every time I would get away, they just left me alone after a while.
See, I was raised, I didn't swear, whereas my kids are truckers. And the odd time I do start swearing because my kids being in their 20s, 30s, swearing rubs off on me. And I try to catch myself because I still don't swear. Like, I will say daggone it, you know, doggone it, daggone it, all freaking, fracking, farting before I swear.
That's funny, Watcher. You're right. Because I make fun of a guy down the street, his dog. It's a male dog, but he likes humping other male dogs. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, it's a male dog that identifies as a female dog that thinks it's a big black bear. And I can make fun of him all the time, and I'll always give it different labels every time I see him. And the guy thinks it's kind of funny. But yeah, you're right. I've heard about that. Misgendering people and going to jail for it.
Really?
It don't say anything about having a sign. So on any of the searches, and I put in like 5 different search ways to try to find it, and I can't find nothing.
Like protesting with a sign with swear words?
Right, yeah.
What if you did it all in sign language?
You cannot have a sign degrading another race, religion, or creed.
Yeah.
But as far as saying "fuck you," it don't say anything about that.
Thinking like "f the government," you know, stuff like that. F Trudeau. Ooh, we all hate him.
Well, the other day when I was, it was Saturday. I was doing a barbecue, and I'd run up to the LCBO up the street from my place, and the people that were giving me a ride as I was going up, there's a girl in my neighborhood. She's got issues, mental issues, and she'll sit down in the middle of the sidewalk, curl up into a ball, and just sit there for 5 minutes or so, and then she gets up and walks along. She's really harmless, super nice girl, and over the last couple months, cops have been really harassing me. So every time I go outside, I see the bother in this road comes my phone. So on Saturday, my phone I have no memory left, my phone's acting up. So luckily Mike was live, and as I was going up, I'm like, put me on, and I walked up to them, and I'm like, hey, Amy, you okay? She saw me, and I'm like, you want to come home? She's like, yep, and I almost took her by the arm. I'm like, all right, let's go. And I literally, the cops were like, who are you? I'm like, fuck off, don't worry about it, she's coming with me. And yeah, I told them off, and then basically chased them away and took her home.
Wow.
Because because what happens with her is everybody here knows what the cops are like. Oh, what's your name? Where are you going? Where are you from? Where do you live? If you talk to her like that, she can't process. If you say, hey, what's your name? Give her a minute, she'll answer you. And then you say, oh, do you need anything? Do you need help? Give her a couple minutes, she can answer. But when it's repetitive, she shuts down and she'll curl up into a ball. And if you touch her, she freaks out. So obviously, you know what the cops are like. They touch her, she freaks out. Now they got an excuse to be douches and go hands on. So I've been trying to keep an eye on her over the last little while to make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh yeah,
that's good. Ogre.
Well, we got some new people that moved into our neighborhood. They don't know her. They don't know really her history. Like a lot, like most of the people in this neighborhood, in the buildings that I live in, a lot of these people have been here for 15, 20 plus years. I've only been here for 8, but the people in the neighborhood, they know me. Like we have issues with people running the stop signs on the school buses in the morning, blowing right through. So for the last 4 years, I've been outside smashing cars with my cane and videotaping and putting a stop to it. So the people in my neighborhood, they either love me or they hate me for what I do. And
All right, Betsy.
with her, night Betsy, I'm gonna miss my voice. But
Well, I have
with her,
neighbors.
I try to make sure that they don't rough her up anymore, right?
Yeah.
Because she's one of those people that the system has failed. She's been in and out of all the psych hospitals, everywhere you can go, and she's
And
in
the
there for a bit.
sleep
She's out,
pod.
she's in, she's out. So
Yeah. Well, I have neighbors behind me, and they're both older teachers. And when I first moved here, like they were fine, but then they started bitching about everything. Sorry, I said that word. But they would go on, and then they would call the police, and finally, and then yet they would sit in their backyard during the week with their music loud because they have young men, as kids. One of the young men ended up being my grandson's teacher. Hated that, especially having to talk to that dude. But one night I called the police because they were partying, and then they were making beer runs. Now, their sons are teachers too, and they're out there partying, loud music, making beer runs while they're drunk. Okay. So I phoned the police because it was a weekday. I had to get up. I had to work. Everybody had to work. We're tired. It's summer. Everyone's windows are open. When the police came, they were yelling at me, so I was yelling back. Of course I'm going to yell back. You're not going to just sit there and yell at me. So the police came to talk to me, and I wish I would have thought then to pull out a camera because they're like, well, you were yelling at them. I'm like, they were yelling too. And they're like, well, they lived here a long time. I said, I've lived here 10 years. And every neighbor hates them, not me. They tried to do everything to make me the bad guy. And I just wanted to up and smack these two ladies. I swear to God, female cops are the worst. Oh, I hated them. I was the one who called the complaint, and you're coming at me giving me shit? No. Oh. And I wish I would have thought of complaints back then and all the stuff. I didn't know that. I was getting attacked, but we were both yelling. And I was the one who called the police on these people, drunk driving, doing all this stuff, loud music. And they gave me heck. Why? Because the people behind me lived here a couple years longer than I did. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, said my piece. Oh, I still hate them. You know what I do? My bedroom window overlooks their yard, and every time they're out there, I'll start screaming like I'm having wild sex out the window. I do, and I bang on my wall.
That's funny.
Oh, I do
Did
everything.
you know, here's a weird and unusual law for Canada. Did you know it's illegal to remove a bandage in public in Canada?
What?
It is. It's illegal to remove a bandage like a Band-Aid in public.
Well, that
They
must be like
can
a
charge you with a
100-year-old law.
misdemeanor. They can charge you with a misdemeanor for doing that.
And what is the misdemeanor called?
It's removing a bandage in public.
Oh God, that's dumb. Well, you know how
now here's another one. These are just weird and unusual laws in Canada that they don't enforce normally.
Yeah.
Here's another one. It's illegal to say something smells bad in Canada. According to national law, comments about foul smell in public are forbidden.
Wow. Probably back when they used to throw their sewer stuff in the middle of the streets,
Well, they say, according to them, they say their best guess is the law is in place to protect small businesses dealing with particularly smelly trade like fish.
Jeez. That's dumb. Okay, like I've watched movies where, okay, say in the States, people spit and they're like giving them a ticket for spitting in public. Because there is laws like that.
Right.
We're not allowed to spit. But every video that I watch of all you auditors, at least one cop spits.
Oh, in California, there's a lot of cities it's illegal, but a lot of places around it ain't. So,
But you see on every video I watch, at least one police officer in that video, and there's several cops, spits on the road or on the sidewalk.
I bet you any money, if you notice, Pandora, they're probably chewing tobacco or something too. That's
But
why.
it's still gross.
Tammy
Like-
was talking about odd, funny laws here in Canada. Look it up, Tammy. I swear, I remember this from a kid watching a show talking about crazy laws. It's illegal to ride a live moose in Canada, and it's also also illegal to wake a sleeping bear or a hibernating bear.
well, I got one for you. I got one for you, Ogre.
My opinion is,
And
if you're going to go in and wake a hibernating bear,
Yeah,
go right
I
ahead.
I got a bear one for you. In Jefferson City, Missouri, there is a city ordinance and law that states you cannot drive around the city with a black bear in a convertible.
What the heck?
Sure does.
Somebody
Well,
probably did it. That's why they made it a law.
But Tammy, does that mean if your car is in a convertible and you stuff them in the back, it's okay?
Yes, that's what I asked about it too.
No kidding. I watched
They
this
don't
one.
have no law stating it's not okay to have them in a non-convertible car. It just says you can't have them in a convertible.
Oh man.
Sorry. Did you know it's also national law? This is a national law. It is illegal to consume fake maple syrup.
What?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Well, the store, we buy fake maple syrup.
I know,
at the
but
store.
that's why I said these are all laws that are weird and
All my
unusual
maple
laws
syrup
that
is 100%.
they don't enforce anymore.
Well, I remember, Tammy, from that same show, there was a law, and I can't remember if it's like Virginia, West Virginia, or around one of those places, but it's illegal to take a bath with your clothes on.
Yep. I've heard that one.
My mom went to school in a convent, and they had to bath with their clothes on.
There's some towns that say it's illegal to pay with coins, all coins, unless the amount is below $5.
Oh, hang on. In Prince Edward Island, it is illegal to build a snowman that is higher than 30 inches, 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah,
in
that's
tourist Prince Edward
Now,
Island.
this is the one that gets me the most. It is illegal to eat oysters in an unconventional way. How in the fuck do you
What
conventionally
is an
eat an oyster?
unconventional way?
How do you eat an oyster in an unconventional way? You know?
Did you know that a child,
Tammy, you shove it up your ass.
hang on, if a child climbs a tree in Oshawa, Ontario, it is actually illegal to do so.
Wow. It is illegal in some towns in Canada. It is illegal to pretend to be a witch.
Well, look at that, Pandora. You don't have to pretend.
I know.
You're fine.
You're good. You're good. You ain't pretending to.
Okay, listen.
There's one for you. Walker brought that one up. In West Virginia, it's illegal to have sex with an animal over 20 pounds.
Listen to this. Thanks to obscure law in Canada Criminal Code dating back to the 1940s, it's illegal to possess, print, publish, or sell a comic book that disputes any criminal act.
Yep. That was one of the ones I was looking at.
And it was for the superhero comic books that were familiar. Like, right. So they couldn't break the law in a comic.
Did you know it's
You're
still
Listen to this
on the
one.
books? It's still
If
on
you're-
the books in
Yeah,
Arkansas.
Yeah.
It's
If you're
still on the.
Are you done? I'm waiting.
No,
Oh, wait.
I'm trying to say it is.
Go ahead.
It's still on the books in Arkansas that you can beat your wife in the town square if she talks back to you on Sunday.
Okay. So if you're ever in Ottawa on a Sunday and get a hankering for ice cream, whatever you do, do not eat it on Bank Street. Eating ice cream on Bank Street on any other day in the street is perfectly fine, but on Sundays, it's against the law.
Wow. Hold on, Ogre. There you go, Ogre. There you go.
Wow.
I hit the wrong button.
All right. Also, it's still legal if you get caught cattle rustling in the state of Florida. They can hang you.
Wow. Wow.
Yep, sure can.
Got a lot of
That's
cattle
still on the
rustlers in Florida, I see.
Actually, if you want to know the truth, Florida used to be the #1 beef producing state in the union, in the United States.
You want
At
to
one
hear
time.
something really bad? White women's labor laws. Back in the early 20th century Canada, when white women were finally allowed to work, a first of its kind law made it illegal for a Chinese man to hire a white woman. Wow. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
messed
the
up.
town of Uxbridge, Ontario has strict limits regarding internet speed. In fact, a local law limits internet speed to 56K. Anything faster, you're a criminal.
In Alabama, it is illegal to drive blindfolded.
Well, I hope so.
It's not anywhere else in the States, though, just in Alabama.
Yeah, in Alabama, that's it.
Okay, this law started in the 1990s, that internet one, when dial-up modems were all the rage, and the concept of Wi-Fi was pure science fiction. That's why you couldn't have anything faster.
In Arizona, it is illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub.
Oh my God. Prior to 1995, it was illegal to sell yellow-colored margarine in Ontario.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I knew that strange fact. That's weird, eh? You know,
It's like, sorry.
Here's one in Arkansas. You can't honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9 p.m.
Why?
I don't know. It don't get why. It just says some weird and bizarre laws.
Okay, speaking of horses, even though we weren't, the weirdest law in Canada is still existing. Toronto bylaw that prohibits dragging a dead horse down Yonge Street on Sundays.
yeah.
You want to do it from Monday to Saturday. Hey, knock yourself out.
You're gonna drive a dead horse. Okay.
Drag it. You're not allowed to drag it behind you down Yonge Street.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can every day but Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. While it's not illegal to own a cow in Newfoundland, it is against the law to keep that cow in one's home, like a house pet. So if you ever have a cow in your house, it's illegal.
Someone better let NL and we'll let NL know that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, and it also says it's also illegal, by the way, to drive cattle through the streets of St. John's, but only after 8 a.m. Apparently, Newfoundland's cattle drives are more of a late night thing, it says.
Okay, in 1913, they passed a law in Fairbanks, Alaska that said no mooses allowed on the sidewalk. The reason was there was a bartender named Pete Buckholz that had a pet moose that refused to stop bringing the animal to the local saloon and leaving it tied up on the sidewalk.
Okay, here's a weird one. Mid-air exit. Throughout Canada, federal aviation law forbids a person to enter or leave the aircraft during flight unless A, the person leaves for purposes of making a parachute descend, if the passenger is in possession of a parachute. However, making a mid-air jump from a plane can only be done with the permission of the pilot. As for how one would manage to enter an airplane in the middle of a flight, unless you're Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible.
Right.
Come on. Well, it says you can't enter or leave a plane mid-flight. How do you get in mid-flight is what they're saying.
Right.
Right.
In some, according to Watcher here, in some parishes or counties in Louisiana, you have to tie your vehicle to the hitching post as you would your horse.
In the Victoria neighborhood of Oak Bay, a noisy parrot that talks too loudly could result in a $100 fine. Polly, want a summons? Ooh, that one's bad.
Yeah, there's some. That one was a little bad. Polly wanted summons.
A federal government website notes that the limit of $25 if you're paying with loonies, $5 if you're using nickels. If you're trying to get rid of pennies, the maximum legal amount per purchase is a mere 25 cents, telling you cannot pay with pennies.
This is one that gets me. In Alaska, in certain towns, you cannot get drunk in bars. It is illegal to be drunk in a bar.
What? Where?
Yep. In Alaska. In certain
Well, let's
towns
go
in
get
Alaska.
actually, yes, because a lot of Alaska places they don't even sell booze, because they have such a problem up there. So yeah.
Another one is you have to pronounce Arkansas properly. If you do not, you can be fined up to $50.
Oh, jeez. Well, here we go. The Canadian Criminal Code contains a statute declaring it is illegal to scare the Queen, and yes, sneaking up behind her and saying "boo" would count.
If you could sneak up behind the Queen and scare her, then her security fucking sucks.
That's what I was thinking. There's her security if I can get up behind her and go "boo." But if I said "boo,"
Fuck
go to
finding the
jail.
person that scares her. They should have her fucking security shot.
It was once illegal to throw a snowball within the city limits of Esquimalt, BC.
Here's one that'll get you. In Gainesville County, Georgia, it is against the law to eat fried chicken in any other way except your bare hands. As much as the law might seem absurd, it is enforced. In 2009, a 91-year-old visitor from Louisiana was arrested and charged for eating chicken with a fork. The law has been since 1965, and the art of eating fried chicken with your hands considered a culinary delicacy sacred to this municipality. That is so stupid.
The end of
what if
this
you
is,
had no hands and you had to use your feet?
There you go. Yeah.
Right.
Hang on. The end of the snowball. Although that weird law was subsequently repealed, presumably because the local police were getting tired of locking up 8-year-olds.
Wow.
That's why that law stopped. If you hop in a cab in Halifax and you see your driver is wearing a t-shirt and cut-off shorts, call 911. That's because a Halifax bylaw requires cab jaws to wear a shirt or military-type blouse with a collar and sleeves, along with ankle-length trousers or dress shorts, which are worn within at least 3 inches of the knee. Wow.
Well, here's a couple of them right here. Alabama, I'm going to do some for Alabama, 3 right in a row. In Alabama, it is illegal to open an umbrella on the street. In Alabama, it is illegal to play dominoes on Sunday, and it is illegal to throw confetti or spray silly string in Mobile, Alabama.
Jeez. Okay, it's a bad idea for a teenager to walk down Main Street in Fort Capel, Saskatchewan with untied shoes. Not only is there a good chance the teen might trip over the laces, he or she might also be thrown a slammer for violating a local law prohibiting untied shoes for teens on Main Street. Now, I fish in Fort Capel. I fish there. Wow. Got to tie my shoes, I guess. Or I'm not a teen. I don't know.
Now, I'm trying to figure this one out because flamingos are a bird that
I
likes
guess a
hot.
lot of teens there wear slip-ons.
But flamingos are a bird that likes hot areas, right? But in Alaska, Juneau, Alaska, flamingos are not allowed in barber shops.
Hey, who took their flamingo in a barber shop?
In Little Rock, Arkansas, dogs are not allowed to bark after 6 p.m.
There is still a law in Cogbird, Ontario. If you have a water trough in your front yard, you can't fill it after 5 a.m.
In Connecticut, it is a law. You cannot call a pickle unless it bounces.
You can't whistle in Petrolia, Ontario between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m.
That sucks.
I know, right? I dare you to go whistle there.
What if you're at work? You can't whistle while you work?
Nope, not between those hours. It's a noise bylaw.
Georgia, one is not to live on a boat more than 30 days.
Wow.
So when I lived in Florida for almost 7 years on a boat, I would have been illegal in freaking Georgia. In Hawaii, this is one that'll blow your mind. In Hawaii, you cannot place a coin behind your ear.
Wow.
In Idaho, it is prohibited to have your bicycle on a tennis court.
Wow. This one. Dressing up like a witch for Halloween, perfectly legal. Pretending to be a witch and passing yourself off as one when you actually aren't, however, that's breaking the law. According to the Canadian Criminal Code, anyone who pretends to exercise or to use any kind of witchcraft, sorcery, enchantment, or conjuring undertakes for consideration to tell fortunes or pretends from his skills in or knowledge, cult or crafty science to discover when the manner of everything stolen or may be found is guilty of offense punishable by a summary conviction. Well, I'm a Wiccan. Am I going to jail?
No, because that is your religion. So,
well, they said no, because I cast spells. I do enchantment. I do all witchcraft.
Yeah, but you are not pretending. It is your religion. So
yeah,
you're not pretending.
I could still go to jail for this. It sounds like weird.
Only if you're pretending, and it states that. Are you pretending?
No, I'm really doing it.
That is your religion. So therefore you're not pretending. So you're completely good and well within your rights.
According to Alberta Health and Safety Code, it's against the law to paint a wooden ladder. The reason, to avoid disguising the condition of the shoddy ladder that has been made to look new to a coat of paint. If the ladder looks old and wrinkly, it needs to stay that way. You can't paint it to look new. Sorry. I'm going to go out and find me a wooden ladder, and I'm painting that sucker in Alberta.
There you go.
Okay, I can't read
In
it
New
anymore.
York,
You're so
in
dumb.
New York, here's a weird, stupid one. In New York, you cannot wear your slippers before 10 p.m.
Well, then I'm screwed.
I am too.
I wear them all day long, outside, inside. Slippers are my go-to. They got rubber soles. I'm everywhere. Walk across the street.
In Ohio, it's still on the books. None shall participate in a duel.
Vancouver legislated in 1947 that made it illegal to sell a stove within the city limits, but only on Wednesdays. What
In Tennessee,
What can I say?
in Tennessee, it is prohibited to catch a fish using a lasso.
Oh, in Alberta, it's against the law to start fires to somebody's wooden leg. Why the fuck would I do that?
Well, here's one for you. In Washington State, it is prohibited to harass Bigfoot.
Well, good thing nobody ever sees Bigfoot.
Ogre, you'd be safe in Washington State. Just change your name from Ogre to Bigfoot. You'd be all right.
Oh my God. In Montreal, it is illegal to put a for sale sign up in your car if you drive it.
Oh, wow.
You can only put a for sale sign up in your car if it's stationary. If you drive it, remove the sign.
Wow. Some of the shit they got is just totally insane. I'm telling you. I had to look them things up. You know, I think it's fucking hilarious. Some of the bizarre laws that are out there.
Okay, you guys got to be careful of this one, okay? If you stiff a hotel in Ontario and sneak out without paying your bill, that hotel has a legal right to recoup its losses by selling your horse.
Selling my horse? Damn.
Yeah, your horse. Goodbye, horse.
What if I don't have a horse?
It's still a law. They never removed this shit. What the heck?
Well,
Here's
like I said, the fair law in freaking in Jefferson City. I mean, in one of the cities in California, it's only legal to spit in a baseball diamond. I mean, it's some of the stupidest crap in the world, dude.
Oh, this is illegal to hunt a Sasquatch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In Washington State, it's illegal to harass Bigfoot.
Yeah, we're not allowed to hunt one. We're not allowed to hunt one.
But harassing encompasses hunting, or even trying to go out and find one, whatever. You can't do any of that in Washington
It's
State.
protected animal, I guess. I don't know. Elusive animal.
No, you just can't hunt them. You can't do anything to a Sasquatch in Washington State.
Yeah,
you can't even look at it wrong. In Washington State.
I'm sorry. I'm still worried about the horse I used to own.
Oh, damn. Yeah, well, if you don't stiff a hotel, you're going to be all right.
That's right. My horse is fine.
Just don't be going around stiffing hotels.
And I gotta be careful how big my snowmans are, and so on and so forth. Oh man, that's hilarious. Okay, I gotta stop looking that stuff up because it's so funny.
I know there's so many laws that are still on the books for these states, or states or your provinces, are
Yeah, I know.
just
They're still
outrageous.
there. Yeah.
So Pandora,
Yes.
you guys. Sorry, I was busy and I only caught a bit of what you guys. You made a comment about it's illegal to hunt Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Okay. When I was a kid, I used to think the food in mouth.
How
And
you?
no,
Who's you?
I
How
used
you?
I used to think that people from Saskatchewan were called Sasquatches.
People do call it.
No, but you know how if you're from Ontario, you're an Ontarian or Albertan. I honestly thought you guys were called Sasquatches. Until I was about 8 years old, I think, until someone told me, no, that's a big creature that lives in the. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, we call ourselves Sasquatchians.
Now, here's you one for Arizona that'll really blow your mind. It is illegal to promote the use of or own more than 6 dildos.
What was that? Say it again.
It is illegal to promote the use of or own more than 6 dildos in Arizona.
Well, I guess Sticky better stay out of Arizona.
Or Rick Crude.
Ooh, I love that one. Thank you.
Or Rick Crude.
Put it to Sticky. It is illegal to skinny dip in Bancroft, Ontario. I know where I'm going. Sorry.
Let me know when you're on your way. I know where Bancroft is.
Is it near you? Because I'm gonna break the law.
Bancroft is not far. It's not far at all.
Find me a beach. I'm going skinny dipping. I'm breaking that law.
In California, animals are banned from mating publicly within 1,500 feet of a tavern, a school, or a place of worship.
Now, how do the cops get their name and address in order to give a ticket? Well, that's my question. Now, that's an auditor right there. That's someone who doesn't answer questions.
Yeah.
Could be the case that Sprite, Mountain Dew, and other non-dark soft drinks wouldn't contain caffeine. And it changed in March 2010.
Say that again. I missed the first part. Sorry.
It was illegal for non-dark soft drinks like Mountain Dew, Sprite to contain caffeine. That all changed in March 2010 with the advent of energy drinks like Red Bull.
Oh, I had no idea about that. I know that there's an ingredient in Mountain Dew that is virtually banned in almost every country on the planet. It's I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but there's some chemical in Mountain Dew. What it does is it sits in your fat cells in your body and just rots away like acid. It's
All right,
They probably used that ingredient before 2010 because they weren't allowed caffeine.
No.
It
was
this one out.
Oh.
Now think about this. Where do porcupines live? They live in North Country in colder climates, right?
I thought porcupines lived all over North America, from warmer to colder climates.
No, they don't.
Okay,
absolutely not. Alabama, Georgia, all of them, Florida, all of them don't have a naturally reoccurring population of porcupines.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Now, Florida, though, it is illegal to have sexual relations with a porcupine.
Hey, listen. As long as the only person you're hurting is yourself, go ahead.
I'm like, what the fuck?
It is illegal in many Canadian communities to hang your clothes. You can't have clotheslines. Now because of increasing energy conscious, most provincial governments have stepped in with a ruling that overrides neighborhood regulations. Yeah, you can never hang your clothes out.
In Illinois, those under 21 can drink legally, but must be enrolled in a culinary program to do so.
I wonder how many kids there are enrolled in being chefs.
I bet you there's hundreds of them in Illinois right now.
Jeez. That's crazy.
Man, I wish I had a laptop or a computer so I could sit there and talk to you guys and look stuff up. I just have to go off of memory.
In Kansas, hitting a vending machine that stole your money is illegal.
In Ontario, it is illegal to swear in a public park. That law still exists today.
I don't think so. I swear in public parks all the time.
Yeah, it actually is still a law. So be careful of that.
Oh.
Because children, it says it is still there to illegally swear in a public park.
Now, this one's going to really blow your mind. One may not, this is in Kentucky, by the way. One may not dye a duckling blue and offer it for sale unless more than 6 are for sale at a time.
I'm confused.
And listen, it's also illegal to play a musical instrument in a park in Ontario. That is still a law.
Well, you know what, Pandora, write these down or bookmark them because you got to talk to you got to ET about this because that is crazy. Because Molson Park is a park that plays outdoor music concerts that I broke into every weekend through the 90s.
Of when these were made, like these laws, could be in the 40s. You know what I mean?
No, I understand that, but if they still exist, that's crazy.
They do still exist. It is illegal to walk around with a snake in public in New Brunswick.
Here's one in Minnesota. In Minnesota, airplanes may not be landed in city parks.
It is illegal to challenge someone to a duel Canada-wide.
Really?
Sorry.
So how do you pick a fight with somebody? Isn't that challenging them to a duel? Or are they talking as in duel, as in pistols?
Duel. I guess pistols, swords. But it is still illegal in Alberta that kids under 15 can't be outside after midnight. Still a law.
All you single women never moved to Nevada. I'm telling you this now. Do not move to Nevada if you're a single woman or a single man because all sex toys are outlawed in Nevada.
Too bad.
Imagine getting off the airplane there, doing a stopover, and you get a cranky fucking, you get one of those cranky, pissed off fucking inspecting people. They happen to find your sex toy. Yeah, it's like you're under arrest, but it's just a stopover. You're going to jail. Where'd you get this?
There's
one place, and of course they're all going to be cranky because there's no sex toys in Nevada.
There's one place in the state. Now I don't know where it is, but I took a bus tour that went all around, like through St. Louis down to Texas, the Grand Ole Opry, all the way up through Branson. There was one place that the bus deliberately stopped in the town before and said, buy your booze now, because it's illegal to buy it or have it in the next town. So if you wanted to drink in your hotel, sneak it in.
Wow.
And I can't remember what town we hit where it is a dry town.
There's a lot of places like that in Utah. It could have been in Utah.
There's a lot of places like that all over the United States.
You know what? I could have been in Utah. I can't remember. This was like in 2009.
There's a lot of places like that all over the United States. A lot of towns and a lot of counties have dry.
But
here's one that I don't understand. In New Hampshire, it is illegal to collect and carry away seaweed at the beach, but only at night.
Why?
I don't know, but during the day you can collect all you want and carry it away. Just don't do it at night, buddy.
Well, at night, crayfish come up near shore. So maybe you're grabbing crayfish, and that's the illegal part. Never know.
I don't know, but that's in New Hampshire.
Jeez. I want to go to that one place and build a snowman 10 feet tall.
Oh, damn. Here's one that the law has been broken so much it ain't even funny here in the state of New York. It is illegal to congregate in public with 2 or more people while each wearing a mask or any face covering which disguises your identity. Boy, COVID made us break that law, didn't it?
No kidding. Where is that one?
In
New York.
Wow.
Here in New York. So that law's big. Everybody in the state could be arrested right now.
I bet you that was back in the KKK time, right?
Actually, that was more or less after the KKK started dwindling down.
Oh.
It was probably to stop bank robberies.
Oh,
Yes, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of funny. A year and a half ago, if I walked into a bank with a mask on, I would have been arrested, shot, taken to jail. Now, if I walk into a bank without a mask on, I get arrested, shot, and taken to jail.
Right.
My sons, one time at Halloween, walked into a grocery store to buy some eggs. Yes, they were bad. Told to leave because they had their Halloween masks, like they had masks on. Now you're told, yeah, like you said, if you don't have a mask, you ain't coming in.
Hey, here's one in North Dakota. One may be jailed for wearing a hat while dancing, or even for wearing a hat to a function where dancing is taking place.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
They don't like their hats.
That's a weird one.
But North Dakota's cold. What if it's like a winter dance?
That's a
You're
toque.
not be wearing a hat.
A toque is still a hat. A hat is considered something that covers your head, is it not?
Yeah, but once
Yeah.
you're in the dance, it's warm, right? Unless they're dancing outside.
It's North Dakota. Isn't it always cold everywhere?
It's like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all wear beanies and toques and
Now this one's really mind blowing because the way it's written. In Oklahoma, it is illegal for an owner of a bar to allow anyone inside to pretend to have sex with an animal. So if you ain't pretending, you're okay.
Don't tease the animals.
yeah, that's it. Don't pretend.
Don't tease
Just
the
don't
animals.
pretend you're having sex with it. Actually have sex with it, you're all right. But don't pretend you're having sex with it.
That is just wow. Okay. Oh, I'm on
Do you have to buy it a drink first?
I guess
Probably.
so. Oh, here's one. In Rhode Island, it is illegal for another person to bite off another person's limbs.
Well, no, I hope it's illegal everywhere.
Is that before or after they're dead?
It just says it's illegal for another person to bite off another person's limbs.
Okay,
Wow.
what if so you can cut them off as long as you don't bite them off.
Don't bite
Right.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can cut them off all day long. Just don't bite them sons of bitches off.
So after you cut them off, you can bite them because they're
I
already
guess
off.
so. I
All
guess so.
At least I got that figured out the next time I go through.
That's
Wait. You have to tie your vehicle to a hitching post as you would your horse. Louisiana. Okay,
illegal
then.
to.
in Tennessee, students cannot hold hands while at school.
I forgot to read chat while we were doing this because those are some good ones.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, let's see here.
I forgot. I was like, oops.
It's illegal to walk to a mailbox barefoot.
I always
Yep.
do.
Yeah, in Florida it is. In Florida it is.
Why? What's the purpose of that?
I don't know.
But
I
it's
guess
your
it'll-
own
I guess
property.
it keeps you from
No, no,
getting
no.
sand spurs in your feet. I don't know.
No. Some of these, like a lot of these laws that come up, they always have this. So a lot of them have these little weird explanations. That's when I'm like, that just baffles my mind. The gargle in public, I get that. It's a horrible sound.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't just that. That is a health risk problem there.
Having sex with an animal over 20 pounds, I get that.
Yeah.
It's heavy. You wouldn't want to hold on to it for that long. Get a lighter one. So
Well, in Vermont, there's one that.
Get
there's
a
one
lighter
from Vermont.
one. That's horrible.
well, you don't want your arms to get tired holding on to it.
Ew. Yeah.
Here's one in Vermont. If you want to hear a real funny one, women must obtain written permissions from their husband to wear false teeth.
Wow.
I would tell her no. And I get a gummer every night.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, Pandora.
Horrible. Good thing I have all my teeth. Jeez.
Oh, bummer.
But I'm not, yeah. I don't have to worry about that. So, okay. Jeez. Okay, we have to stop reading these. These are
No,
horrible.
this is awesome. This is funny because I like making the jokes and thinking about why these laws came about. Like the whole law about it's illegal to wake a hibernating bear. Like, I want to know the idiot that walked into a bear cave, woke up a hibernating bear, and how he got out alive to report the fact that he did it. Or was it one of his buddies that said, yo, Bob went in to wake up the bear and never came out, so
Yeah.
we should make a law about waking up bears when they're hibernating so this doesn't happen to Ted.
I feel bad. Eminem Audits is still live.
Well, if he, he'll figure it out, or it'll eventually shut
Yeah.
itself off.
It's on
One of
his
the
phone.
two.
Hey, he's going to get watch hours because people are just going in there and chatting here and there.
I'll be right back, guys. I need to go take a leak.
You know what's
Okay.
funny, Pandora? If I can
What?
get out of here and stay on, I can't because I only got the one phone, so I can't do. It's either be on the chat up here with you guys and or be down in the chat type thing. I can't be up on the panel and be down in the
I
chat.
know.
Or I would
Yeah.
flip over to him, or I'd flip over to his thing and give him a thumbs up and put a couple comments, so it helps his algorithm.
Let me quickly go look. Hang on if it gets loud for a second. I want to see if anyone's actually writing stuff. Hang on. It's going to
It'd be
make a
funny if
weird...
people were just talking amongst themselves. Hey, look, we found an open chat. What are you cooking? I'm having bacon and eggs. What are you doing? Oh, I'm walking the dog.
When he left, he had 8 views, like 8 thumbs up. He now has 21, and there's still 1 watching. And he started streaming 3 hours ago. And people are just chatting to themselves here. Wow. Okay.
As long as they're keeping it cool.
Yeah, there's not really much after I left, but hey, he's got a lot more likes.
That's kind of funny. Is it all black?
Yeah, there's nothing on screen. Yeah,
All right, I'm
it's
back.
black. Oh, but he did go back and make me a mod. Didn't he realize he was still live streaming?
I bet he was thinking to himself, hey man, if I shut this off, how did I make her a mod still? Well, that's cool. I guess it's already done for the next one.
I left a message saying you have to shut off your Streamlabs. LOL.
See, I'm a tech idiot, so that would probably happen to me a dozen times or so.
Well, because a lot of people, like when they use apps on their phone, they don't close them. They leave them open. And he didn't put end stream in the Streamlabs, I don't think. He just left it open, minimized it, So until he either shuts off his phone, reboots it, or closes all the apps, it's still running. And it'll continue to run. It says 5 hours so far, so he's doing good.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's one for you. In California, okay, it is in Chico, Chico, California. Well,
Chico.
Chico, California. It is illegal to build, maintain, or use a nuclear weapon in the city limits. And
I go to the city, I can build a nuclear weapon.
No, you cannot. It is
No, if I
illegal
go
for
back
you
to
to
the city.
build, maintain, or use it, and it carries a $500 fine.
You said in the city limits.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so if I go out of the city, I can build a nuclear weapon.
I guess so. There ain't nowhere else saying that there's a law against it.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
I like how the fine's only $500, considering the parts it takes and the
Considering
materials.
how
It's
killed.
probably millions of dollars to begin with. You give the guy a $500 fine, he's like, "Yeah, all right, here you go. It's pocket change."
Yep. I could kill millions, but here's your $500.
Yeah. Spend it wisely. You got 15 seconds.
There you go.
Oh, here's a fucked up one. To prevent mischief of any sort, children in the city of Rehoboth Beach in Delaware may only go trick-or-treating between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Halloween, unless Halloween falls on Sunday. In that case, such going door to door and house to house for treats shall take place on the evening of October 30th instead.
God. That is dumb. Don't do it on a Sunday. God forbid. Jeez. Oh, boy.
But that's only in that town.
Yeah.
It's only in that town. Yeah.
What does he have against that town then?
I don't know.
Well, someone in Delaware really must have pissed him off.
Evidently.
Some witch cast a spell back in the 1800s, and boom. That's what happens.
Idaho is the only state in the union that has an active ban on cannibalism. Technically not a crime in the rest of the nation. Cannibalism is defined as a non-consequential consumption of another human. Meaning,
So then what-
we guess
what-
if you get your buddy's permission to eat his tenderloin, the feds can't stop you unless you're in Idaho.
Well, then why'd they give Jeffrey Dahmer so much shit? He
I don't
wasn't
know,
in Idaho.
I guess he didn't get permission. That's the only reason.
How did they know? Nobody asked.
That's
They were all
true.
dead.
I know.
Yeah, they could have gave permission. Didn't say in writing
Yeah, they didn't say it had to be on video
or writing. Yeah.
or in writing.
He also
You
had to
should have
say
just said that.
do
You
it.
should have just said, yes, they told me to have them for breakfast. It was all right.
Yeah. See, people need to look up these laws.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm going to head to bed. I've been exhausted all night. This is going to be the earliest, midnight, and I'm going to sleep. Wow.
Hold on. You got to hear this last one here.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
In the municipality of French Licking Springs, that's a hell of a name, ain't it?
Yeah.
This is in Indiana. French Licking Springs municipality. All black cats must wear bells around their necks on Friday the 13th.
Oh, jeez. Really?
Yeah.
Well, Again,
thought you
I
did
want
okay.
I want the video. I want to see an auditor out there videotaping the cop, asking the cat for his ID so he can give the cat a ticket.
Yep.
I want to see how they do that cop splitting.
Here's one for you. I can't believe it's not a misdemeanor. It's funny. Any one person who attempts to pass off margarine, oleo, or oleomargarine as real butter is guilty of a simple misdemeanor in the state of Iowa, punishable up to 30 days in jail and a $625 fine.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, because there used to be a big battle back in the day between butter and margarine. And
Yeah.
that's why margarine had to be yellow and butter had to be, because there was a big war between it. I remember hearing there's a couple states and stuff where margarine itself was outlawed and they used to smuggle it in. It was like a big smuggling thing.
Jeez.
Wow.
Okay, time for my bed, guys. This is the earliest, like you said, I've ever gone.
right.
But have fun. Thanks.
All right,
I
talk
have
to you
Have a
tomorrow.
good night, Vandar.
Yeah.
Sleep well.
See you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.
In Louisiana, it is illegal to steal someone's crawfish.
Well, that would piss me off. That's like taking food off my kid's plate.
Yeah, crawfish theft is excessive of $1,500 can land the offender with up to 10 years in prison time and or a $3,000 fine.
10 years in prison?
Yes, or a $3,000 fine.
Well, that's harsh.
Yeah.
Now, does that depend on how many you take? Or is that if you take just one crawfish off somebody?
You gotta steal $1,500 or more worth.
Now, is that at one time? What if you
Don't
took?
say that.
What if you took $1,500 over a period of time?
Well,
Like
then you
one
might
a
be
day.
subject to do that.
It'd
Because
be like
they don't
one-
give a time limit.
Because I'd say do it at one a day. Really, really screw with them.
Like
How
I
long would
said,
they have to wait?
It don't state no time limit. It just says you can't $1,500 or more.
That's interesting. I like crawfish, but I don't think I'd steal one.
I wouldn't steal a crawfish, not when I can go to any fucking river, lake, or whatever and find them and eat and get enough for me to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Any public water you can get them, pretty much. And that's throughout the world too, I might add. So.
Yeah, you guys get crayfish down there a lot bigger than what you guys call them crawfish, crayfish. A lot bigger than what I've ever seen up here. I don't think I've ever seen them big enough, like where I've done a lot of fishing and camping and stuff that as a kid, but I don't ever remember seeing crawfish big enough to eat. They were always little tiny fuckers.
Well, from what I've seen from videos and things like that, your crawfish get big enough to use for bait, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's what I always used. I used them for bait on like different types of bigger fish, like bass and stuff like that, like the rock bass, the stuff that was closer to the shore.
Actually, I caught my first muskie off of a crawfish.
The first muskie I ever saw, I almost took my toes off. It's a good thing I had actual shoes on. I thought it was dead on the shore. I'd never seen one. I think it was all this crazy stuff happened to me when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old. But we were up fishing, and there's a place in Ontario called Sturgeon Falls, and it's an Indian reserve. And I'm part native, and apparently I'm related to people up there. So I used to go up as a kid during the summer. And some old guy had caught a muskie or two, and I'd never seen one. He had thrown it on the shore, and it looked like it'd been there for a while. And I walked up to it, and I kind of, you tap it with your foot, and you're like, oh, what's this? And he's like, oh, that's a muskie. I'm like, well, that's a big, ugly looking thing. And as my foot came around, I gave it a tap on its mouth. It just went snap and snapped onto my toes and scared the crap out of me. I started screaming like a little girl. It didn't hurt at all. Like I had shoes and stuff on. It didn't hurt. It just scared the crap out of me, and I screamed like a little girl. And the old man laughed at me.
The first one I ever caught was in the state of Illinois. I was below a dam, and I sat there and I saw that sucker swimming around. I threw everything at it that was in my tackle box. That some bitch didn't want to bite anything, so I got to looking around for natural bait. Well, the first thing I did was turn over a rock and found a crayfish. Put that thing on my hook, threw it right in front of him. That some bitch ate it like it was no tomorrow, buddy. And so I caught my first muskie. It was maybe about I want to say about 4.5, maybe 5 pounds. It wasn't a very big one.
Yeah, I've never caught a muskie. I've caught pike. Got quite a few pike, but never a muskie.
You've never caught one?
No, I've never caught a muskie myself. No, personally, I've never caught a muskie. I don't think I've gone far enough north, like fishing North Ontario, to get where the good big muskie are.
Right.
Like there are places where you could fly into that the muskie in there are like apparently the size of crocodiles and sharks and stuff. They're huge, but I've never been up there.
Now turn that around for me. I've never caught a northern pike.
See, there was a little lake called Bass Lake up by a place called Aurelia that people go fishing and stuff, and obviously lots of bass. It had all three, your rockmouth, your small, your rock bass, your big mouth, and smallmouth bass, and it had pike in there. So I used to catch quite a few in there. I've caught some salmon, some good salmon too. I've got some good sized salmon, nice trout. I've done a lot of brown trout and speckled trout. I've gone cod jigging in Newfoundland.
Right. So you got to go fishing for a lot of fish I ain't never got to go for. I want to catch some of the fish that you're talking about. Yeah.
One of my favorite fish to fish, honestly, is a rainbow trout or a speckled trout because they're not the biggest of fish. Even like a 2-pound rainbow trout, it in my opinion, and it feels like you're fighting like a fish of maybe 7-8 pounds. They put up a good fight, and I've caught most of mine on very, very light rods, like your ultra light rods, like with a 2-pound, maybe 3-pound test at the most. And I've caught.
That's all I ever used to go trout fishing.
And I've caught.
You know what the biggest one I caught was? Now this was a stock trout, and it was a stocked stream, and they stocked it every other day. Okay. But on opening day, they always put all the what they call blunker trout in there. And these were the trouts that weren't producing eggs properly anymore. You know, they gotten so old they had stopped producing eggs properly, or they weren't producing the sperm properly. So so you had 14, 15-pound trout swimming around in there. It looked like fucking small submarines. And I hooked into one that went 14 3/4 pounds. And on that opening day, and I finally got it in after 2.5 hours of fighting that son bitch. And an old man, and it ran me to a riffle, and this old man happened to help me with that fish, and he if he would have missed it, damn, that motorcycle was loud.
But my balcony is literally right beside the highway.
Yeah,
like right beside, so any of them that go by is there's a 1 second period where it just amplifies right off my balcony, the ceiling and everything.
All right. And but if that old man wouldn't have caught that trout in his net for me as it was going past him, I would have lost that trout. I guarantee you, because it was going to go over a major riffle. And so I split the prize that I got because I got the biggest trout for the day, and there was a contest for the biggest trout for the day, and I got a tackle box full of freaking all sorts of shit and 2 rods. So I split it all in half the old man to help me get the trout. And
That's
it
awesome.
made his day. It made his day, made my day. I got to have my name. It got to have my picture in a newspaper, the St. James Chronicles in St. James, Missouri, and all sorts of neat shit. Thought it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, actually. I have an uncle from Newfoundland, like NL that comes on the show. He's actually been to the little town where my dad grew up. It's called Black Duck. It's literally just, it doesn't exist anymore. It's been basically absorbed by Stephenville Crossing area. And he's actually been there and worked for a place called Black Duck Siding, or roofing, I think it was, or siding. He's worked in Stephenville at that place, which is kind of neat.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But my uncle's down there. One of them, he's because we're native, right? We have native blood. And he's went and got his native cards and stuff, and he hunts all year round, fishes, does all that. Doesn't need a lot of his licensings and shit for it. But he swears by fly fishing. He doesn't use a regular rod. He does fly fishing only, and he makes his own flies. When I was a kid and I was down there, I think it was maybe 5 or 6 at the time, he took a lock of my hair and made a fly out of it. And I still have it to this day.
Awesome. That's fucking cool, dude.
And it's back when I was a kid, my hair was a vibrant red. It was just,
I bet you that was a fish catching son of a bitch too. If you were
my dad, he took enough hair that he made one for himself, one for my dad, and one for me. Mm-hmm. And I got the one that was made for me. It's in with all the other flies and everything that I have in a kit.
That's awesome. So did anybody use one of your hair flies?
Yeah, my uncle did all the time. My uncle did all the time. He said it was great for salmon and trout.
I figured it would be great for trout because I know trout love salmon eggs and shit. And salmon eggs get a reddish color.
Yeah.
So.
Right, yeah. He said at dusk in a good fast moving river, he goes, it was perfect. He goes, it was awesome. I'm like, hey, at least it got you a lot of. I'm like, that's cool. I don't think I've ever used the one I have. I know exactly which one it is when I open up the little box I have with all the flies in it. Mm-hmm. And I think all of them in there are handmade by him that have been passed down. I have a reel, a fly rod reel that's been passed down to me by my dad. My dad gave it to me, but it was given to him by his mom, who in that area was like a champion fly fisher woman, who had it given to her by her father. It's like literally, it's 2 round pieces of metal. It looks like it was hand drilled, like cut out. First of all, it's really rough, hand drilled, and all hand assembled with like parts that could be found. But it's a fly fishing reel, and it'll attach to any fly rod. And my dad said he used it. I've never used it, but right up until my dad, his mom and his grandmother both used it.
Wow.
It's an old one. I keep that tucked away nice and safe too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I would. I'd keep all that shit tucked nice and away if I was you. Well, bud, I hate to say this. I've been on here for 3 hours and 18 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down because I want to keep some of my hours. I ain't got the unlimited time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Save your hours, and I'll see you tomorrow at one of the panels, one of the shows somewhere.
Oh yeah.
More than likely, Dirties.
I had a great time talking with you, Ogre, man.
Yeah, man, you too.
Yeah.
Dude, I enjoy these types of shows, these panels where everything's cool and everyone's chill. You could tease a little bit, have a bit of fun, make some laughs. That's what it's supposed to be about. Like, I know you don't show the videos on your program, but you know, on mics, show a video here or there, show the support, help each other. That's, you know,
Well, my
keep it
problem
cool.
is I'd done that in the past and I got burnt.
Yeah.
Okay, I even showed YouTube where I had the permission and everything. They said, "Well, you don't have the permission now," so you know, and I wound up getting a freaking strike, or I wound up getting a warning, shit like that. So I don't play that game anymore.
That's understandable. Why, you know, there's no point in doing that. But anywho, my friend, you have a good night. Thanks for having me on, and we'll talk later.
All right, you have a good night, bud. Anybody else that's out there in Neverland called the chat, you all have a good night as well.
Take it easy, everyone.
And